School would like to welcome you to tonight's Senior Night festivities. Tonight we honor the commitment of our seniors and their parents to the McClain High School and the fall season programs, as well as their accomplishments so far. And now, let's meet our McClain High School class of 2022. First, from the football team, Jace Allison. Jace is being escorted by his parents, Jason and Janelle Allison, and his brothers, Jaden and Jansen. Jace's future plans after high school are to attend college, where he will pursue a degree in zoology. Jace Allison. Dakota Bartram. Dakota was also a member of the McClain golf team. Dakota is being escorted this evening by his dad, Jeff Bartram, his mom, Tommy Hughes, and his stepdad, Kenny Hughes. After high school, Dakota plans to attend college, where he will pursue a degree in high school education. Dakota Bartram. Landon Eubanks. Landon is being escorted by his mother, Spring Rhodes, his stepfather, Chris White, his father, Derek Eubanks, his stepmother, Stephanie Eubanks, and his sister, Aubrey. After high school, Landon plans to pursue a career in heavy equipment operation and engineering. Landon Eubanks. Isaac Smith. Isaac is being escorted tonight by his parents, Clint and Cassie Smith. Upon graduation, Isaac plans to go to college and to obtain a degree in business and finance. Isaac Smith. Trevor Stonerock. Trevor is being escorted by his dad, Tony Stonerock, and his mom, Amy Willett. After high school, Trevor plans to attend Ohio University to study civil engineering and to be a part of the ROTC program. Trevor Stonerock. Seth Wise. Seth was also a member of the McClain golf team. Seth is being escorted tonight by his parents, Craig and Kristen Wise, and his sister, Shelby. After high school, Seth plans to attend college to pursue a degree in nursing, and he also plans to continue his football career at the collegiate level. Seth Wise. Braden Wright. Braden is being escorted by his parents, Titus and Shauna Wright, and his sister, Brenna. Upon graduation, Braden plans to attend college to major in agricultural education. Braden Wright. Before we continue on with our remaining senior recognitions, the senior football players would like to recognize the hard work of two people that put in countless hours behind the scenes. Ed and Julie Bolander are mainstays here at McClain, and you can usually find them late at night on Thursdays, turning the grass of McClain Field into a canvas. The players have all signed a football, and the seniors will now present that football with thanks for the dedication of Ed and Julie to McClain. Thank you, Ed and Julie. And now, on to our senior cheerleaders. Abby Atkinson. Abby is being escorted by her mother, Cheryl Wise. After high school, Abby plans to further her education and to major in psychology. Abby Atkinson. Allie Murphy. Allie is being escorted tonight by her mother and father, Elizabeth and Roger Murphy, as well as her sister, Avery. Upon graduation, Allie plans to attend Ohio State University to major in political science and double minor in criminology and Spanish to one day become a lawyer and legislator. Allie Murphy. Mackenzie Shrout. Mackenzie is being escorted this evening by her parents, Keith and Nicole Shrout, and her brothers, Blake and Braylon. Kenzie plans to attend college to study early childhood education. Mackenzie Shrout. Emmy Warner. Emmy is being escorted tonight by Daniel Warner, her father, and Amanda Warner, her mother. After high school, Emmy plans to attend Capital University, majoring in criminology and sociology, while minoring in military science to become an officer in the United States military. Emmy Warner. Next up, we recognize our senior golfers. Wesley Potts. Wesley is being escorted by his mother, Connie Potts, and father, Jason Potts. When finished at McClain, Wesley is leaning toward Kentucky State University, where he plans to pursue a degree in business. Wesley also has an offer to continue his golfing career at Kentucky State. Wesley Potts. Isaac Carroll. Isaac is being escorted by his mom, Andrea O'Connor, and Travis O'Connor. After high school, Isaac plans to attend college to study sports medicine. Isaac Carroll. Shayna Beatty. Shayna is being escorted by her parents, Jessa Beatty and Brian Beatty. Upon graduation, Shayna is undecided on definite plans, but ultimately wants to travel a path that ends with her owning her own business. Shayna Beatty. And now for the senior Tigerettes, Becca Baxla. Becca is being escorted by her mom, Tyla Baxla, and her dad, Marion Baxla. After high school, Becca plans to attend college and to major in psychology. Becca Baxla. Blythe Bolander. Blythe is being escorted tonight by her parents, Andy and Heather Bolander. Blythe plans to attend Wilmington College and to major in animal science with a minor in agribusiness. Blythe Bolander. Lexi Jones. Lexi is being escorted by her mom, Kelly Stuckey, and her dad, Richard Jones. After high school, Lexi plans to go to college and to major in nursing. Lexi Jones. Emily McVeigh. Emily is being escorted by her mom and dad, Jeannie and Scott McVeigh. Upon graduation, Emily plans to attend college to become a veterinarian technician. Emily McVeigh. Emily Montgomery. Emily is being escorted by her mother, Brandy Montgomery, and her father, Josh Montgomery. After graduation, Emily plans to attend The Ohio State University to major in aerospace engineering. Emily Montgomery. JC O'Laker. JC is being escorted by her mother, Erin O'Laker, and her father, Ryan O'Laker, as well as her sisters, Olivia and Addison. After high school, JC plans to attend college to major in biological science to become a dental hygienist. JC also plans to minor in dance and be on a collegiate dance team. JC O'Laker. Sarah Snyder. Sarah is being escorted by Lisa Snyder and Roger Snyder, her mother and father. After finishing at McClain, Sarah plans to attend college and to major in psychology. Sarah Snyder. Next, we have our senior majorettes. Aaliyah Evans. Aaliyah is being escorted tonight by her mom, Amber Cox, and her stepdad, Jeremy Cox. After high school, Aaliyah plans to attend Kent State University and follow a career in fashion design. Aaliyah Evans. Johanna Kelly. Johanna is being escorted by Jennifer Kelly, her mother, and James Kelly, her father. After graduation, Johanna plans to attend college to study criminal psychology and to become a criminal psychologist. Johanna Kelly. And finally, we honor our senior band members. Luke Bliss. Luke is being escorted by Paula Bliss, Michael Livingston, his heart, and grandma, Margie Hazelbaker. After high school, Luke plans to go to college, possibly swim, and become a radiologist. Luke Bliss. Bailey Cooper. Bailey is being escorted by Teresa McElway, her mother, and Scott Cooper, her father. Upon graduation, Bailey plans to attend Ohio University and to study criminology. Bailey Cooper. Abigail Everhart. Abigail is being escorted by her mother, Teresa Everhart, and her father, Sam Everhart, along with her brother, Nick. After high school, Abigail plans to attend Waynesburg University and to major in education while minoring in counseling. Abigail Everhart. Garrett George. Garrett is being escorted tonight by his mother, Monica George, and his father, Bradley George. After finishing at McClain, Garrett plans to attend Akron University to major in psychology and to later study for counseling. Garrett George. Jacob Horton. Jacob is being escorted by Amy Horton, his mother, and his father, Jeffrey Horton. After high school, Jacob plans to study pre-med at the University of Kentucky. Jacob Horton. Chloe Kirsch. Chloe is being escorted tonight by her mother, Shira Hirsch, and her father, Derek Hirsch. Upon graduation, Chloe hopes to attend Otterbein University to study environmental science and to become a sustainability specialist. Chloe Kirsch. Aiden Salyers. Aiden is being escorted tonight by Melanie Salyers, his mother, and Eric Salyers, his father, along with his brother, Nathan Franz. After high school, Aiden plans to go through the Columbus Fire Academy to become a firefighter EMT. Aiden Salyers. The McClain Athletic Department would like to thank all of these student athletes and their parents for all that they have given to their programs over the years. The countless hours working on your craft, drives to and from games and practices, and all the sacrifices made over the last 4 years are very much appreciated. We've enjoyed watching you play for the purple and gold and wish you the best in all of your future endeavors. Thank you, seniors. Fighting Tigers.
Good evening, folks, and welcome to McClain Field for the 2021 Rotary Bowl. I am going to be your host for the night, Nate Luke. I'm going to be joined here in just a minute with Mr. Mark Beal, my illustrious co-host. If you guys can, give us a few minutes, and we will be back on the air in a jiff. Thanks, guys. Welcome back, everybody. Once again, I am Nate Luke, and I am joined here tonight with Mark Beal, coming to you from McClain Field, here on a very balmy, moist night. It's about, what'd you say it is, Mark? About 52 degrees.
Hey, I'm feeling about 68, 70 degrees here in the press box. Nice and cozy and warm and dry. I don't know what you're complaining about.
Glad you are, man.
That's right.
My teeth are still chattering over here.
That's right.
It is a wet, rainy night here.
It's football weather. It's a
football
Friday
football
night.
weather.
We've needed this for quite a few weeks.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we're happy to be here tonight. Welcome again to the 2021 Rotary Bowl with McClain featuring off against Hillsboro. And, guys, we're looking for a great game tonight. We know that McClain has a 4-4 record coming into this game tonight. Hillsboro, I believe,
3-6.
3-6. Yes, 3-6 coming into tonight. So McClain is hopefully looking for a playoff spot tonight. And we'll kind of see how it goes. So before we start to kind of talk about the games and everything, what we would like to do is go over a few things that are happening at McClain High School here recently, and just kind of highlight some of the positive things that our students and faculty and really just the whole staff are doing here inside of McClain. Mark, would you like to kind of go over a few things?
Absolutely, Nate. Absolutely, Nate. You know, one of those things being this week we had a penny war between classes, freshman, sophomore, junior, senior class, and that was the seniors that took home the gold with that one. They were trailing significantly by about $70 going into this morning, and they stepped up big. So the way it worked was pennies were positives, any quarters, nickels, dimes, dollars were negatives. You know, if they had put that into your bucket, it was subtracted from your total. The seniors won with a negative total of $49. We were able to raise $722.27. About 350 of it were in pennies. We want to thank the central office for letting us use the coin counter for all of about 5 hours. Hats off to Mrs. Arthurs and Miss Mustard for heading that up. What a great thing.
Absolutely.
And all of that money will go to the MHS Smart. The MHS Smart is a food pantry located in the high school. Brand new resource available to students and families this year, providing shelf-stable foods free of charge for those in need. Any student or parent or guardian is welcome to access the pantry. Students can submit a request via the Google form for MHS Smart available on the high school website, or any student family can contact their counselor, Mrs. Garman or Mrs. Peterson, or Miss Foltz in the library as well. A time will be arranged to shop the pantry that is discreet and convenient for the family. We will also have extended hours once or twice a month for those who wish to visit the pantry outside of the school day. And the next time scheduled will be the evening of parent-teacher conferences, November 22nd. We are very grateful for the community, the students, and the staff at McClain High School for making this available to all of those in need.
Absolutely, absolutely. And again, it's just a special thanks to Gretchen Foltz. She's really the one who was the brainchild behind this. So
have you seen the supply they have in there?
Oh, it's building.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's a
Let's
really
just say
cool
if
program.
an A-bomb is dropped somewhere, I'm living in that basement.
Absolutely, absolutely. That would be the ideal place to go in Greenfield at least. So, yes, thank you once again for all the students who donated and for all the staff that donated. We greatly, greatly appreciate all that.
I'm sure the seniors want to give a shout-out to an unknown staff member that decided to drop a 50 in the sophomores' bucket so the seniors could win. Little dirty, Mr. Hamilton. We won't mention
I was about
any
to say,
names,
does his last name start with a D and end with a Rue Hamilton?
That's right. That's right.
Thank you, Mr. Drew Hamilton, for that. So, yeah, MHS Smart has been a great thing, great addition to this year. And we would also like to just kind of briefly talk about our FFA chapter. So, Mark, would you like to take that away?
Absolutely. Just real quick here, congratulations to the McClain FFA chapter for being awarded a 3-star chapter award. A 3-star chapter award is the highest ranking award you can receive in the FFA. They were awarded for all of their hard work and dedication they put into our chapter. Only the top 10% of chapters in the nation are awarded this. Mr. Fitzpatrick and Mr. Sykes over there, And then, of course, Mr. Dodd's tagging along, doing an excellent job with that program. You know, it's a wonderful thing. They have 5 senior officers, ironically enough, I believe. You have to double-check me there, Nate. All of which are active this evening. Allie Murphy, Abby Atkinson, Blake Bolander, Kenzie Strout, and Braden Wright.
Yeah.
So
between cheerleaders, Tigerettes, and football, they are all active.
You know, it's great to see those kids dedicated not only at the athletics and the extracurricular activities, but in FFA as well in the classroom.
Absolutely, absolutely. So it looks like the McClain Tigerettes and the band are out right now, and they are going to play the McClain fight song. But we are going to go ahead and read some more positives here that are happening in the, well, really I shouldn't even just say the high school. This is our school district in general. As many of you know, the Tiger Youth Basketball Organization is about to start up a new season. So if you have a child that is within between the age of really of kindergarten and 2nd grade, they can be involved in the
Developmental League.
Developmental League. And then if you are a 3rd through 6th grader, we have a recreational league. And from there, those student athletes can be chosen to participate in a travel league that usually lasts till late February. And we usually cap that season off really with just a huge tournament here in Greenfield that raises just a ton of money for
Classic.
The McDonald's Classic. We didn't get to have that last year, but hopefully we will this year. And that's just a great tournament. It brings in thousands upon thousands of people. It raises a lot of money for our basketball program. So
wonderful thing for the community, certainly.
Absolutely. So they're going to get ready to play the alma mater. We're going to be quiet. Once again, that was the McClain alma mater performed by the McClain Band.
Next, the band remind us that no matter what side of the rivalry you may cheer for, we come together as fellow Americans as they perform a precision block band drill to America the Beautiful. Please rise for the colors, being presented this evening by members of McClain's own Cadet Corps. baton of Miss Blaine Weddington. Ladies and gentlemen, remain standing and join in singing as the band honors America with the playing of our national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner.
So once again, thank you to the McClain Band and the McClain Cadet Corps as they perform the Star-Spangled Banner. All right, so we got about 5 minutes before the start of the game, and we would like to go ahead and get into our keys to the game here tonight. And we're going to start off with a 3-word phrase here, things that, you know, our players have to do to win the Rotary Bowl tonight. Mark, if you would like to go ahead and break into yours, we're going to call this On the Mark with Mark Beal.
Absolutely.
Hope you like the graphic.
If only I could shoot a bow and arrow that straight. Yeah,
that would be nice, right?
That
would be nice.
Absolutely. So, you know, my 3 words I'm going to look at tonight, you know, and they can be spread really over any athletic event, but they really do apply to a lot of the games that McClain High School has played this year. Big is my first one. You know, you can't give up big plays. You know, we have to capitalize on big plays. If we throw a long ball or we run a long pass, you know, or make a long run, you know, we've got to be good, and we cannot certainly give up big plays. You know, we did against Courthouse, we did against Miami Trace, and kind of let Chillicothe back in the game there in the second half, and unfortunately lost those 3 games because we gave up big plays. You know, second word would be time. You know, we've got to control the clock. We've got to be able to run the ball. We've got to put it in Andrew Potts' hands and just bank on him getting upfield. You know, and putting it in senior Braden Wright's hands, you know, last game here probably at McClain Stadium, you know, he's got to want the ball, and we've got to sustain it and keep it out of their hands certainly. And just consistency. We got to play with consistency on the defensive end. We got to communicate well. All the keys you need to victory just got to happen tonight, and we got to be consistent with it. So I'm going to say big-time consistency tonight out of both the offense and defense and special teams. No big plays.
Absolutely. Well said, sir. And just kind of going into my keys for the game, Mark, you are a math guy. I won't say that you're good at math, but you're a math guy, right?
That's right. I counted all those pennies by hand.
That's absolutely. So we're at least a few cents off there. But, Mark, as a math guy, you probably always tell your students this: show your what?
Show your work, bud.
Show your work, okay? So my 3 words to the game: show your work tonight, boys. You have you worked your tails off through 2-a-days, the dog days of August. You've gotten to this point as a team, and you have a chance to make it to the playoffs. You know, show the work that you've done on the field tonight. Bring that culmination of everything that you've worked for, all of your goals, to the field tonight. So show your work. Those are my keys to the game.
Absolutely. A little more than 3 words here, but, you know, on a night like tonight, as you see beautiful McClain High School in the background there, you know, the question would be, where else would you rather be as they're getting ready to run out here on the field? You know, what a beautiful evening.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, the rain has cleared off. It's still a nice, crisp football weather kind of game. And our McClain Tigers are about to run through the McClain banner here. And Mr. David Weeks, of course, giving his nice deep breath there as the McClain Tigers come out to start this game.
I think he sucked all the oxygen out of this press box.
I know.
For that
I thought it was a little
sir.
harder to breathe.
Well done.
Yeah, well done, David. All right, so again, we have another Rotary Bowl upon us, folks. We hope you enjoy. We will be back in about 30 seconds. All right, so last year's Rotary Bowl was won by Hillsboro 21-16. Just in case you all didn't know, the first Rotary Bowl took place in 1985. Hillsboro leads the overall series 24-12, but I've heard 24-13 too. You're the math guy, so you may have to check that out.
Doesn't matter. After tonight, I'm calling the 24-13.
All right,
so we might as well say it.
All right. McClain's last Rotary Bowl victory was in 2015. And at some point in tonight's broadcast, we'll kind of go over, what is Rotary and what makes Rotary special. So we will get there when there is not football going on, but there's about to be football. So and it looks like number 19, Jace Allison, a senior here at McClain, also a soccer player.
Yeah, one of our dual sport athletes here at McClain High School, an exceptional talent. His younger brother's a sophomore starting center for us. He's a multi-sport athlete, basketball, baseball as well. So, those are the kind of kids that you see not only succeed here on the field, but also succeed in life, definitely.
Absolutely. And looks like Cameron Smart and Kanan Griffith for Hillsboro will be back to receive the ball. And Allison lines up to kick. Whistle blows. And our game is now upon us,
And there
folks.
she goes.
Looks like Griffith will take the
Fake
ball.
reverse there.
Fake reverse. He's going to take it, and I believe unless he gets tripped up, he is going to take it all the way. No flags on the play. And it looks like Griffith, number 15 for Hillsboro, will take that in for the first quick score of the game. 16 seconds is all it took.
Unfortunately there, it looked like the Tigers took a bit pretty hard on that fake. It must have been something, they had seen Hillsboro on film run there earlier in the year. And then everybody just didn't have the best pursuit angle there. And I'll tell you, that boy's got some wheels for Hillsboro.
Yes,
Smart.
He does. And it was a good fake. I thought he gave it up to Smart coming across number 12 there, but he did not. So Hillsboro is going to line up in a little bit of a goofy stance here for the field goal, but they're going to come back into a traditional look here. No trickery on this play, at least as of yet. Still have a single receiver lined up to the right. Kick is up and appears to be good. That makes your score 7-0. Hillsboro leading Greenfield with 11:44 to go in this short game.
That's one of those big plays, Nate, that I was talking about. We cannot afford to give up. If that's the one and only, then that might work. We might be successful this evening, but we've definitely got to go back to the drawing board on that one and maybe make some corrections.
Absolutely. So this time at least, we will receive the ball from Hillsboro. Looks like we have number 3, Landon Eubanks, and number 12, Caden Pinwell, both back to receive the kick.
Number 82, Dylan Rigsby, senior at Hillsboro, tees up the ball to kick it off for the Indians.
We would also like to give a quick shout out to Totes McGoats and Jared Haynes for cooking for tonight's game.
I don't know. I don't think he's earned that yet. I haven't seen any. I haven't tasted any. So
well, we're going to have to get him
we'll retract that call out. So hopefully he hears us.
Yeah. Be on hold there. Okay, so it looks like number 82, Rigsby, his kick is high. It will go to number 11. I believe
Max Eichenberry.
Max Eichenberry. That's a good player to have the ball there. He will be brought down by a couple of Hillsboro Indians at the 44-yard
flag on the play
line.
there.
We'll see what that flag is here in just a jiff. And it looks like the Tigers are going back. It might have been a
That's
hold.
a warning. So it's a warning on the Tigers.
Okay.
The sideline warning on the
Sideline
Tigers
warning.
there. So that's your first and only warning. So
All right, so the Tigers will pick up on offense here at their own 44-yard line. Of course, they come back in that traditional triple option offense. Pinwell in motion, handoff to Potts to the left. He rumbles and tumbles for about 9 to 10-yard gain.
great blocking on the edge of there by Rocky Jeffers. You know, Potts started to take it outside and then cut up field. Excellent run by him.
Yes. Can't forget Cade Sponsel on the play, left tackle. Great blocking there.
Absolutely. Really close to a first down. I'm not sure how they're not calling this a first down, but that's all right. 2nd and inches, we'll take it. We got across the 50. Now we just need to hold onto the ball and milk that clock a little more.
They're going to bring the chain crew out. So we will await the call here. A minute into the game, we're already bringing the chains out.
Got veteran officiating crew out there led by, I believe, Hall of Fame referee Danny Oates, who's been in the game for quite a few years. An excellent group of officials, certainly for this evening's game.
Absolutely, absolutely. Can't complain with a Hall of Famer.
No, sir.
Well, I guess you still can, right? We can always still complain about the refs.
You could find something to complain about there.
Absolutely. And it looks like, as of right now, it might be a little bit short of the line to gain, and I believe that is what they're going to call.
What do you do here? Run it or you throw it up top?
Well, you have some options. I would just say run it, be safe here. It's early in the game.
You know, one of the keys is time. We got to give that ball to Potts and keep going, certainly.
Absolutely. So a healthy dose of Andrew Potts is probably something that the Tigers want to do early and often here. I believe he is very close to 1,000 yards. I think he may need a couple hundred, but, you know, there's always that possibility. Braden Wright keeps it off to the right, and he will go for a loss on the play. Dragged down by number 55 for Hillsboro, Ryan Mao.
And also number 18, Travis Ross. Ross came off the edge there from his, it seemed to be corner position, maybe safety position, and just caught right on the edge. Didn't know what to do, whether to pitch the ball or run it upfield. And he hesitated, and they got him for about a loss of a yard.
And this will be a 3rd and 2 around the Tigers, the Indians' 48-yard line. Looks like the Indians are lining up in a 4-3 base defense there. Pitch to Potts on the right. Good blocking on the edge, and he will take it for about 7-8 yards or so.
Brought down by number 12, Cameron Stewart of Hillsboro. Excellent run by Andrew Potts there. Great blocking up front, getting on the edge. Had a couple receivers out there. I believe Max Eichenberry would let a lead block on the outside as well. Great. That's what it's got to be. That's what it's got to be.
One thing I've been impressed about this Tiger offense all year is that the guards do a great job of pulling, and the receivers do also a great job of blocking out there on the edge.
Absolutely. I was had the opportunity to go out to practice the other day, and as Coach Warzodi calls that, the scoop block.
And Caden Pinwell will get it, and probably no gain on the play by the looks of it.
Brought down by number 75, Jamar Young, freshman for Hillsboro.
And that will be about 2nd and 10 to go. Ball on the Indians' 39-yard line. Yeah, receivers blocking out on the edge. A guy named Urban Meyer, I believe, was really big on that. You know him?
No.
Okay.
Definitely do not.
Thought I'd ask.
Wouldn't know him if I saw him.
Pinwell in motion. Potts goes left. Tries to get about a 1 to 2 yard gain on the play, I think.
Kind of stuffed in the middle there, brought down by number 72, Aiden Clemens for Hillsboro. Sophomore D lineman there. Potts got to the line of scrimmage, didn't have much of a hole, kind of hesitated, didn't know whether to bounce or run it upfield, and just got tied up there.
And that will be a long 3rd and 8 for the Tigers. Something we have seen in the second half of the season a little bit more is the Tigers' passing game kind of opening up. So you got to think maybe this will be a quick fade or something out to our big, tall wide receivers on the edge, possibly.
You got Wise below, and you certainly got to roll out there.
And he is looking Max Eichenberry's way. Braden Wright's going to take off and scramble. Short of the line to gain, though. he might have 3 to 4 yards to go. They may go for it on 4th down here. They're not exactly in great field goal position.
Excellent comeback block by lineman Michael Stevenson there. He pulled there to lead Braden, saw nothing up front, and came back and peeled on that linebacker, which made that run available for him. Certainly, you know, about 4th and 4 here, 4th and 4.5. You know, at this field position, 34, 33-yard line, certainly doesn't make much sense to punt. You know, you've had the ball for about 4 minutes.
Right.
So
the Tigers so far are not looking bad on offense. There's a couple things they've done to kind of shoot themselves in the foot. But we'll see what happens here. Potts gets the pitch out left, stiff arms, but to no avail. And that looks like number 18 for Hillsboro, Travis Ross on the tackle.
Brought down on the 35 actually for a loss of about 2.
Yeah, and that will be a turnover on downs. The ball will go to Hillsboro on it appears to be their own 35-yard line. So we haven't seen the Hillsboro offense, of course. To kind of recap that first 16-second play of the game, the quick kickoff return back for a touchdown by number 15, Kanan Griffith for Hillsboro. So this is the first time we're seeing the Indian offense. They're going to split about 4 wide receivers out wide, and it looks like Chris Stout will be under center here. Single back.
Motion.
Motion by Ross. Fake.
Roll out.
Stout's rolling out. Barely gets it off.
Great pressure by number 4, Trevor Stonerock. Cade Sponsel was also in position there. Had that ball been batted just a little bit more, you could have quite had a pick six there maybe.
Absolutely, absolutely. So it looked like the Tigers' defensive line did a very good job of penetrating, causing some quick pressure on the quarterback, Stout for Hillsboro. Hillsboro will get another 4 wide receiver set out with number 16, Austin Barrett, in the backfield for Hillsboro. Single back. Looks to be a pistol formation here. Fake to the running back. And Stout will be hit hard by a couple McClain defenders. And that looked to be
huge
for a
hit by
short
Trevor
loss.
Stonerock there out
Absolutely.
of bounds. Great hit.
And Stonerock's one of those, he's a little bit underrated on the defense, but he does a lot of good things. He fires off the ball very quickly and did a very good job there.
Certainly one of those student athletes, being a senior, potentially probably going to be his last game he plays at McClain High School here for the football team. You want to see him have a big game, and he stepped up right there. That was a big hit.
Absolutely. So a 3rd and 12 to go. Hillsboro on their own 34-yard line, 33-yard line maybe. Shotgun formation. Stout fakes, and he completes it to, I believe that was 15.
Kanan Griffith.
Kanan Griffith, the big playmaker, and he made a big play again. That's a Hillsboro first
About
down.
a 14-yard reception there.
So we know so far you got to watch out for this Griffith guy. He seems to be the playmaker for Hillsboro's offense early on.
Excellent read there by Chris Stout. The McClain Tigers brought a blitz off the edge. Landon Eubanks came in off the edge. He saw it and read it hot and got to his first receiver.
Again, Barrett back in somewhat of a pistol formation, I'll call it. Ross in motion. Stout will pitch to Ross. Great tackle
Excellent tackle by
Landon
Landon Eubanks. Excellent breakdown tackle. Only a gain of about 3 yards. Had the potential for 10, maybe more. He had gotten to the edge there, but great tackle by senior DB there, Landon Eubanks.
Great pursuit there by the linebacking core for McClain. Good play design there by Hillsboro. Just couldn't quite get that perimeter blocking where it needed to be. Okay, so that will bring up a 2nd and 8. Stout back in the shotgun with Barrett beside. Went 4 out wide. Number 22, Ethan Grooms in motion. Give to Barrett up the middle, and he's tackled quickly for maybe a gain of 1 or 2 on the play.
Met by Cade Sponsel, also in the hole by Mr. Andrew Potts. A gain of about 2 yards on that run. 3rd down and 6 here. The Hillsboro Indians have advanced over into McClain territory. This is one of those big plays we talked about, Nate.
Absolutely.
You get this 3 and out, first down in McClain territory. You get this 3 and out. This is huge. This is definitely some win in your sail for the Tigers.
Absolutely. So Stout will go back in the shotgun again. Barrett once at his side again. Receives the ball quick out to number 15, Griffith. Griffith is very close to the first down. He may have gotten that with his final
spot's going to be
there.
huge here.
Yes,
so.
it will. And I think he's going to pick that up just by looking at it.
Potentially 3rd and inches. And the officials will stop the clock for a measure.
All right, so with this quick timeout, we do have sponsors for our athletics here, so we would like to just kind of periodically go through those. We're going to start with our first sponsor, Merchants National Bank. Established in 1879, the Merchants National Bank is an independent institution built upon a foundation of financial strength and customer service. They specialize in providing exceptional service on a personal level and are large enough to provide financial products at competitive prices. With 17 convenient offices to serve you in Ohio, Merchants National Bank is proud to be your local community bank.
You said it there, man. They are a local bank, and if you need something in the community, they will support us. You know, they actually reached out to us about the penny war, about counting all of our coins for us.
Absolutely. Yeah, you can't beat Blaine Bergstrom and Merchants National Bank. So
great people, great place, great community there.
All right, so it looks like this will bring up a 4th and inches look here. Looks like Stout will possibly go under center here. Waiting for the ref to give the go. Yep, under center, Barrett behind him in a fullback stance. He's going to sneak it. He's stuffed originally, but the 2nd and 3rd efforts are going to take him. He's still going. Still going. Great effort there by Stout.
What an incredible quarterback sneak there. Gain of needed an inch and got about 13 yards. 2nd effort, like you mentioned there, was huge.
Yes.
He kept his feet going. I believe his back came in behind him and gave him a little bit of a push as well.
All right, so looks like Hillsboro will resume their first down here on their the Tigers' 30-yard line.
Doomey and Potts inside, probably just not enough there to hold off that Hillsboro offensive line.
Good push there by the offensive line. Handoff to
fumble. Recovered by number 51.
That is Sponsel.
Oh, number 58.
58.
Isaac Smith, senior Isaac Smith.
Big play on senior night. So
Absolutely.
Isaac Smith, fumble recovery. Big play there after a 4th and inches by Hillsboro. That kind of took you would think, the wind out of the McClain Tigers. McClain Tigers get very advantageous there, and Isaac Smith leads the way. So
Absolutely. That's that's the energy, that's the wind you need in your sail there.
Absolutely. Braden Wright will take over the offense here. He fakes it. He's going to drop to the left here, and he's going to get hit for a loss.
Seemed as though there was some confusion right with his hesitation in the backfield. Wasn't sure if he was going to pitch or run.
I think Hillsboro was maybe blitzing off that left-hand side of the offensive line too, so I don't think that helped.
A great lead block by receiver Caleb Penwell, certainly from the outside. Loss of about a yard and a half. Brings up 2nd down. We'll see what coach goes with here.
All right, so ball is on the 34-yard line, 2nd and 11 on the play here. They're going to bring it in tight. Stone Rock in motion. Braden back to pass. Gets it to Caden Penwell. Caden Penwell makes a couple defenders miss, and good solid 15-yard gain on the play.
Caden Penwell brought down by number 12, Cameron Smart. That was an excellent play across the middle. Great move for him. Certainly some wet turf out there, kept his feet up under him, and made what seemed to be about an 8-yard reception into about a 18-yard reception there.
These kids know how to make it look easy. You and me be slipping and sliding all over the place out there.
I'd probably be hurt.
Yes. Yeah.
Certainly.
Call the stretcher for me. Potts up the middle here, and that's going to be about a gain of 5 on the play.
Brought down by a gang of Indians there, led to seem to be by Austin Barrett. Gain of 4.
Gain of 4. So that will bring up 2nd and 6 on the play.
time of possession, other than a couple big plays there by the Indians, a couple big passes, I think, you know, as we wind down to about 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in the first half, or first quarter here, I think McClain certainly is winning that time of possession this evening.
Absolutely. And that's not a bad thing to be winning here. Stone Rock in motion, pitch to Potts on the right-hand side. He's going back, but he's going forward now, and he's going to be close to a first down, but there is a flag
Two penalty
on the
flags,
play.
one of which is certainly going to be a personal foul against the Indians on their sideline. Also,
I was watching the action. I didn't see what the flag was.
Also, probably a preliminary hold, I would say, on the Tigers, and then certainly a personal foul on the Indians.
But that personal foul should negate some of that hold, you would think. Might be offsetting. We'll see. And that will be a hold on Greenfield. We'll see what the other flag was for.
Personal foul.
Personal foul against Hillsboro. So the refs are going to
Shouldn't assess a 15-yard penalty from that, so it'll bring up third down for the Tigers.
And that will bring up, it looks to be a...
You know, all the negatives there with the hold.
Third down, right?
Quite the excellent run by Andrew Potts.
Yeah,
you know,
he
he
really
got
was.
wide. You know, he's not really an outside wide, you know, edge running back. He's more of a up-the-gut kind of guy.
Okay, so that's going to be a second down and 6. Potts again up the gun, or up the middle. Stuff, though.
Loss of about a yard brings up third down. Potts didn't have much room to run there, certainly. You know, the Indians kind of pack it in. They play two head-up, two inside defensive linemen, 5 techniques on the outside, and they run 3 linebackers, 1 on the edge and then 2 in the middle. You know, you got 7 guys in the box consistently. If we line up appropriately, they're going to walk one out. But
they've been bringing their safety down on the strong side a little bit too. Oh, so rare shotgun formation here by Wright. And he tries to get it out to Wise. Wise just can't quite hang on there. Probably a slippery ball.
I think the issue there was you got to catch the ball first before you take off and run.
Yeah, I think he was looking to run a little bit quicker.
Absolutely. Seth, great student athlete here, multi-sport athlete, was just looking to get a little too much grass under his feet as opposed to catching the ball first.
Yeah, and I don't know about you. I'm a little confused. They're still saying third down. I thought the last play was.
You'd think it'd be replayed second. We replayed second twice, so it should be fourth down now.
Should be. But they're keeping it at third.
You know what? We're not going to complain about it. We're going to go with it 3rd and 4.
Maybe one of the referees.
On the 44-yard line.
Braden Wright back to pass. Just a little away from Caden Pinwell there. Just can't quite haul it in.
On the 44 you hear, as opposed to when we went for it on the 31. You know, I think this is definitely a punting situation.
Yeah,
you don't want to give up this
so.
kind of field position.
Yeah, 4th and 4 on the opponent's 42, 43. It's pretty risky.
1-score ball game. You definitely want to stay in this. I think you could pin Hillsboro in some negative field position
I'll
here.
tell you what, we saw Andrew Potts. He was putting some coffin corners down in pregame, so we'll see what he can do here.
And number 12, Cameron Smart, back for the Hillsboro Indians.
High snap. Potts gets it. Quick punt. Not ideal for his standards, but he's still going to have a great
Tiger
roll here. And that's going to be down around Hillsboro's 2 to 3 yard line. Fantastic punt there by Mr. Potts, especially under pressure.
That's right. You know, certainly a tough position to be in. You know, we saw that here, I think, 3 weeks ago when Courthouse was here. You know, the Tigers started play at the 6-yard line and drove that ball 94 yards.
Absolutely.
To get within 2 points, and then scored on the 2-point conversion, and unfortunately lost there on that last play of the game. So we've seen it happen here before this year at Tiger Stadium. But
absolutely. So Hillsboro will take over on their own 2-yard line, 1st and 10, 1:30 to go in the first quarter. And it looks like Stout will take it under center here. Barrett single back. Grooms in motion.
Up the
Hand
middle.
off to Barrett, up the middle. Stuff, though. He might have even lost a yard.
Maybe a loss of a yard, certainly.
So that's going to pin him back probably even more here.
Cade Sponsor with the big hit.
They might have even given him a yard on that play. So
I would
2nd and 9.
assume forward progression helped him out there a little bit.
Yes.
You know, this is one of those big-time plays, big-time series certainly that we talked about. You know, it's a lot different for a special teams punter, punting with your heels touching the back of the end zone.
Absolutely.
Puts a lot more pressure
Yes,
on you.
it
So
does.
if the Tigers can get a stop here, certainly look towards getting some really good field position.
Stout under center again. And stuffed up the middle.
Seemed to be some confusion there by Stout. Not sure if he was going to hand the ball off there or pitch it. Worked in favor for the Tigers.
Absolutely.
Comes out to be about 3rd and 7, maybe 3rd and 8. Still on the 5th yard line, I believe.
So 3rd and 8, 22 seconds left to go. You might think,
What is it with
they
that
want to
chill?
run a play.
What is it with that song? It's something about that song.
Just
3rd
something about
down,
that song
just give you the
keeps it going.
chills.
Yeah, I know.
Give me a helmet, right? I don't need pads. I really don't even need a helmet. Maybe some cleats.
For whom the bell tolls.
That's right.
That's right.
Cleats and knee braces. Let's go.
And that will conclude our first quarter. Hillsboro Indians 7, McClain Tigers 0 going into the second. All right, folks. Just a reminder, here at halftime, we are going to have our Tiger trivia, so that will be coming up. Be prepared for the beginning of halftime. We will read our Tiger trivia question for the evening, and the winner will get a $30 gift card to Jim Van Dyke's Automotive Center. I repeat, $30. Not too shabby, is it?
Heck no, I'll take that.
All right, so before we get back to the action here, we're going to go ahead and read off a few more ads. Schaefer Heating and Cooling, located in Hillsboro. The vision of Schaefer Heating and Cooling is to be recognized as the most trusted company in the HVAC industry, to be the industry leader in healthy and efficient indoor home comfort products and services, and to deliver superior service with an unmatched client experience. They specialize in geothermal, indoor air quality products, and much more, while carrying a wide array of brands for all of your home comfort needs. Call them today at 937-466-2755.
If you haven't called them in a while, you probably want to call them tomorrow to make sure your heat will work.
Get that stuff checked, guys.
That's
Get
right.
it checked. We'd also like to recognize Jets Pro Embroidery. The fine folks at Jets Pro Embroidery are proud to be your local source for custom apparel and advertising. They provide sign, design, screen printing, and advertising. Thank you again to Carla Jett and Jets Pro Embroidery.
3rd and 7 here. Cameron Stout, lined up in the shotgun formation. Hands the ball to Travis Ross. Appears to have a first down. It is a first down.
It is a first down. They're going to move the
Chains are moving.
chains.
The ball will be placed on about the 14-yard line.
Big play by the Hillsboro Indians there. They will come out with trips wide, single back in shotgun. Little jet sweep motion there. Grooms loss on the play. Good tackle by Landon Eubanks.
Unbelievable play.
That will be a loss of about 5 or 6. That play just never even got going from the start because Eubanks read it like a book.
Absolutely. Landon Eubanks, senior stud athlete there for the McClain Tigers, came in off the edge.
All right, so Hillsboro will take over 2nd down, and it appears to be 15, 16, somewhere in that vicinity. Ball on their own 7-yard line. Again, they will bring out trips wide in the shotgun. Barrett single back with Stout. Tigers in about, looks to be about a 4-4 defense there. Stout fakes, deep pass down the middle to Grooms. Good defense there by Seth Wise and number 7,
Drake Stapleton. Excellent coverage there. Could have potentially maybe been some holding there, but the Tigers got lucky. Again, running still that same motion in the backfield of the Indians.
Yep.
I think we got
jet sweep action.
Absolutely. You know, we bid on it a couple times there, but we're reading it correctly.
All right, so Hillsboro will have a 3rd and 15 on their own 7 here. We'll see if the Tigers can make a big stop. Looks like the Tigers will come out in a little bit of a man-to-man look here on defense.
Single high safety,
Single high safety, Seth Wise. Jet sweep action again. Groon's in motion, fakes. Stout will take it, and he will be down after a short gain of 4
for a
or 5.
loss. 4th down. Big series there.
So that will bring up a 4th and 11.
The Tigers should get some good field position here.
Absolutely.
You've got Seth Wise and Landon Eubanks back to receive. You've got their heels at about the 40, maybe the 45-yard line. The Tigers looking to be in Indian territory with this the start of this possession.
And it looks like the Tigers are not going to try too hard to block this punt. And I can't see the number on him, I believe.
Timeout, Indians.
I believe that was Cameron Smart, number 12, back to punt. I could be wrong there. 82, actually. All right, so Hillsboro with their first timeout of the half.
You know, one of the huge highlights this year, so far this year, senior Wesley Potts that we announced to come across the field, got a hole-in-one.
Absolutely.
At the district golf tournament.
Gosh.
I don't believe it's ever been done in the history of McClain High School. I know Coach Streitenberger has never done it, and I certainly know our ladies golf coach, Jared Haynes, has never done it. So
he might tell you otherwise. But
I don't
we
think
know
I've
he
ever
hasn't.
swung a golf club and actually hit the green, but hats off to Wesley Potts. Wesley is anticipating going to Kentucky State University and continuing his golf collegiate career.
Yes, big shout out to Wesley there.
Unbelievable.
So 82, Rigsby back to punt. Man in motion here. And the punt is away. And they are going to let that one go out of bounds around the
35-yard line. It'll be Tigers ball at the 35-yard line, 1st and 10. Definitely got to capitalize on this field position. 35 yards. Got to get some points on the board here.
Absolutely. Plenty of time left on the clock as there's 9:55 left to go in the second quarter. Again, Hillsboro up 7-0 on the Tigers.
You know, the game seems to be moving pretty quick for us this evening.
It does. It does. Well, again, as you said multiple times, the Tigers' time of possession, they're doing a good job. Just got to get that ball in the end zone. So we have 2 backs here, Potts and a fullback. And that's going to be a handoff to Caden Pinwell in the backfield. He's going to be dropped down for a short loss on the play. We'll bring up 2nd 11.
Tackle made by number 16, Austin Barrett. Kind of a unique situation, a 2-back setup there.
Yeah,
Wesley Potts had a great lead block there on the defensive end for the Hillsboro Indians, but just didn't have much room up in the middle to run.
And the Tigers now switching up their offense yet again. Braden Wright will be back in the shotgun with Potts as a single back. He'll get the ball. Looking left to Seth Wise. Seth Wise does a good job that time of reeling it in before he runs.
Nice quick out.
Absolutely.
Had a lot of green in front of him, but just couldn't stay in bounds after the catch there. Gain of about 7 yards.
And that will put the Tigers in very good position here. Even if they don't get the first down on this play, they still have hopefully a short 4th down. So we'll see what happens here.
Excellent pass placement there on the outside shoulder, keep it away from the defense.
And, you know, Braden Wright,
what a stud.
Outside of just being an awesome young man, like
what a stud.
And an awesome runner, you know, he's got an arm on him. Unfortunately there, Caden Pinwell slips.
Field surface got a little, got the best of him there.
But it appears the Tigers are going to go for it on 4th down. Again, 4th and 4 on their own.
What are you drawing up here, Coach? Do you call a 4th and 4 a short yardage situation in this scenario?
If I was a football coach, it'd be Hail Mary every single play, either that or the annexation of Puerto Rico. So I don't know if you really want to ask me.
That's right. Ball's on the 32-yard line here, 4 yards to go. You know, your bread and butter all year long, what you've kind of made it with is putting the ball in Wesley Potts' hand, maybe just outside the tackle. You got some stud offensive linemen in there.
Absolutely. So we'll see again, Braden Wright back in the shotgun, trips wide.
Certainly one of those big plays we talked about early on.
And that will be a flag on the play. Looks like the back judge.
Delay of game on the Tigers.
And that really hurts the Tigers.
4th and 9.
That may have Coach Penwell rethink his decision. Nope.
It appears as though he's still going for it.
Yep. Why not? You're not in horrible field position. again, it's one of these games. It's a risk every time if you go for it on 4th down, but he seems to think it might be manageable.
Really,
so,
even if you turn it over here, or if you give it up on downs, you know, Hillsboro doesn't have excellent field position. They're going to still have 70-plus yards to go.
Absolutely.
Braden Wright making the call.
And that will be a false start on the, ooh, actually that might be an offside. No, it's going to be a false start. We thought 76 for Hillsboro might have jumped a little bit early.
This isn't the consistency we were talking about earlier.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, again, Tigers are shooting themselves.
Coach Penwell making a different choice here, electing to punt. Certainly a good decision as we're approaching the ball being placed on the 40-yard line.
And again, no time for panic. You know, you're down a touchdown. You hope your defense can be stout here. Hopefully Potts can put him in the corner again this time, so we'll see what happens.
Wesley Potts back to punt.
Andrew Potts.
Andrew Potts.
It's hard to get them mixed up.
That is.
It's hard to get them mixed up.
Well, I've done it about 3 times now.
Short
pooch punt.
That'll be around the 22-yard line, maybe 21. So Hillsboro will take over on their own 21-yard line with 9 minutes exactly left to go in the half.
Appears to be spotted at the 24. 1st and 10, the Indians.
So, Mark, what do you see? What do the Tigers have to do the next 9 minutes to?
Well, they've got to continue to read the offense. You know, this is kind of a triple threat offense that the Tigers have been running here, especially when they go in, when Stout goes into the shotgun formation with their motions. And
it's going to be another flag before the snap here.
I would assume it's going to be false start against the Indians. Yes, it is.
So both teams looking a little bit sloppy here in the last minute or so.
It appears as though the center moved the ball in some manner he should not have.
Yep, I believe you are right. So Stout will go under center. Groom's in motion. Oh, nice little play design there. And Griffith will pass to
a wide open receiver.
That was number 12 for Hillsboro, Cameron Smart.
Landon Eubanks.
Incomplete.
Kind of rushed the play there for the Tigers. Came in off the edge. I'm not sure if that was a blitz or that was his read, but an excellent play by him to kind of rush that pass. They had just a few more seconds to get that ball in the air. Looked like that was going to be a big play by the Indians there.
Yeah, Tigers get a little bit lucky there. Again, that jet action, that pre-snap motion that the Hillsboro Indians are running is kind of throwing the Tigers off a little bit, a little trickeration. That last play almost cost the Tigers another touchdown. Okay, so Stout will go back in shotgun again.
Tigers showing blitz.
He'll quick out to Griffith. Griffith gets on the edge. Looks to pick up about probably
5
6
yards,
on the yard.
maybe.
Yeah, six or so on the play.
Max Eichenberry on the stop there for the Tigers.
All right, so this will be a 3rd and 8.
About 8. Another big play here. You know, you got 8 minutes, 47 seconds left in the second quarter. Tigers get the stop here and get the ball back. Still appears as though there's a really good chance to have some great field position.
Absolutely. So Tigers will have 2 high safeties here with Wise and Stapleton, anticipating that deeper pass, possibly down the middle here. Stout gets it in the pistol set. He'll fake to Barrett. He rolls out to his right, looking for...
Chased by
and
Potts.
Good play by Potts there, batting
play.
it down.
Excellent play.
That will be incomplete. 4th and 8.
The Tiger pursuit there was unbelievable. Had about 4 Tigers out there chasing that quarterback. Had he have not gotten that ball batted down, I'm not sure he would have gotten it off even other than that.
Absolutely. Great pursuit there by Potts on the play. I know there's another Tiger in the backfield. I missed the number, though.
Cade Sponsel, I believe, was one of them.
That does not surprise me. So Hillsboro will go back to punt. Rigsby will kick with both Wise and Eubanks back to receive for the Tigers. Number 18, Ross in motion for Hillsboro. Snap to Rigsby. Barely gets it off there. Good solid looking punt. That will get a favorable roll for Hillsboro, and that's going to be down at about the Tigers' 30-yard line. All right, we'd like to go ahead and read off some more sponsors here, starting with Weller's Plumbing. Over the years, Weller's Plumbing and Heating has built a reputation for professional installations, expert knowledge, and reliable service. With a team of sales engineers and expert technicians trained in all aspects of design, engineering, sales, service, installation, and replacement of commercial plumbing and HVAC, you can count on Weller's Plumbing and Heating to get the job done right. Give them a call today at 937-981-7737.
I believe they're big hands in the construction project here at McClain High School in the
Absolutely.
gymnasium. So.
Yes, Wellers does a lot of work for the school, so we greatly appreciate
great people, great work.
The abilities that they have. Back to the game. Handoff. Oh, fake handoff to
right
Potts.
on the edge.
Braden Wright takes it left. He covered some ground quick. Great tackle
Gain of
there.
about 10, but there is a flag. I'm going to go with a preliminary
Probably a hold, yeah.
On number 10, Seth Wise, out there on the edge.
Number 71, Logan Ritchie for Hillsboro, just a freshman. Had a good tackle at the end of that play, prohibiting Braden Wright from going all the way to the end zone.
Excellent run by Wright there.
Absolutely. Good read there by Braden. Kept that ball at the last second, really took off quick and got up the sideline. But that penalty, that holding penalty, will put them back a few yards.
Update from up in Fayette County. The Miami Trace Panthers are up 14-6. The Blue Lions have the ball on their 24. Definitely something we need this evening.
All right, so Braden Wright back to pass,
nice
rolls
chip
out.
Block.
Looks for Potts. Potts catches, and he will take it up the right-hand sideline before he is pushed out by number 80, Nick Burns for Hillsboro.
Excellent block there on the edge by Potts. That play is designed to kind of as a means of trickery there for the linebackers. It appears as though that Potts is going to come up on the edge of the line of scrimmage, and he's a sole blocker. And then you chip the line of scrimmage, and he just sheds off, and he's out in the flats there, and did an excellent job turning upfield. It appeared as though what might be a late hit there, but no call.
All right, so Braden will come back in the wing formation. We got two Tigers in motion. I think that was illegal procedure.
Certainly. Hey, one of the things we'll talk about here at halftime potentially, you mentioned the record 4-5, or 4-4 for the Tigers, I believe. If we're there's the possibility of being victorious this evening, if Courthouse gets knocked off by Miami Trace, there's some chess pieces that need to move, but there's certainly some potential for some history to happen this evening. The Tigers could squeak into the playoffs potentially at that 16th spot.
Absolutely. All right, so Stone Rock in motion. Pitch to Stone Rock, sorry. He will be brought down. That might have been a horse collar.
No call there,
Man.
No call. Greenfield fans certainly are not happy with that.
No.
Not sure how you argue against that one, but again, no call.
Yeah. That is obviously
there was a call, absolutely.
They called it.
Did not see the flag there.
Yeah, obviously that can be a very dangerous play.
10-yard penalty, I believe. Actually, that's a 15-yard penalty.
15
That'll give the Tigers possession in Hillsboro territory there at the 38-yard line.
All right. Tigers will take the first down anytime they can get it.
It may be a penalty, but that's one of those big plays that the Tigers needed to sustain that drive, certainly.
Absolutely. Braden Wright fakes the Potts. He'll try to go to his left, but just nothing
brought down from behind by number 55, outside linebacker Ryan Mao.
All right, so that will bring up a 2nd and 10. No gain on that last play.
Had some green in front of him there, but Mao came off the backside edge. Not something you typically see there and have success on that.
All right, so Greenfield will rush to the line here.
Some confusion on Hillsboro's part.
Stone Rock in motion. Wise keep by Wright. Pitches to Pinwell. Makes the defender miss. Picks up a good solid 4 to 5 on the play. That will bring up a
3rd down.
3rd and 5, 3rd and 6. Tigers on their own 35-yard line.
About 7 minutes left to play in the second quarter here. Officials timeout.
All right, so player tying his shoe there. And then we'll go ahead and resume the action. A couple players tying their shoes.
It's getting a little chillier up here.
It is getting brisk.
You know?
Yep, it is getting brisk.
Can't complain too much. Still a balmy 65 in here.
Absolutely. Fake to Potts. Braden Wright goes right.
Not much running room there on the edge.
Hillsboro linebackers and DBs are coming up.
Number 12, Cameron Stout, and number 18, Travis Ross for the Indians there with the stop.
In my couple games of watching the Tigers in person, you know, something that has worked for them all season has been Wright going to the outside. We just haven't seen that yet tonight. So hopefully those outside blocks can get there. And
you know, the Indians are containing the edge well.
They are.
They've obviously done their homework on film review and see what the strength the Tigers have.
All right, Potts back to punt. He'll get off a short punt. He goes to the corner, though. They're going to let it roll. And, again, that's going to be down around the 1 yard line.
Appears to be inside the 1 yard line by number 3, Landon Eubanks.
Hey,
not a great punt, but it definitely took a Tiger roll.
Yes, it did. If you're going to give the Tigers compliments on anything tonight, their punt coverage has been A1.
There seems to be a little bit of weakness on this right side of the punt protection. They've been close a couple times to almost blocking that.
Yeah.
That's certainly not something you want. So
absolutely not. All right, so the Hillsboro Indians will take over first down.
I would say about
their own half-yard line.
Yep. 18-inch line. You know, we said it earlier, but this is certainly a huge series for the Tigers. If we can stop them here, you know, minimize them to a 3 or 4 yard gain on all 4 downs, have them punting their heels in the back of the end zone.
Stout QB sneak up the middle, nothing going now. Refs let it play for a few seconds, but I'd say no gain on that play. Maybe a yard, if anything. So that will bring up a 2nd down and 9.
Good defensive stance there by Mr. Potts. Also Aaron Dooming inside lineman for the Tigers.
Aaron Luke Dooming has done a fantastic job at nose guard this year. He's kind of that pit bull that never stops. He gets after it no matter who's in front of him.
There he is. I guess we can mention
Totes McGoats now, so we'll see how good this food is.
That's right.
All right, and looks like a timeout called by Hillsboro. And as we are going through this timeout break, I'm going to go ahead and read our next sponsor, White's Meat and Deli. White's Meat and Deli, located near in Bainbridge, Ohio, is a locally owned and operated meat and deli. They offer some of the best primal cuts of meat in southern Ohio, and they have a deli that is stocked with a wide selection of lunch meats and deli cheeses. They are even available for special order. So whether you have a hankering for some bologna or cheese or a more refined palate, White's has you covered. We would also like to mention Janakim. Janakim Incorporated has spent its history listening to its customers and striving to find the products to meet their needs. They've been supplying surrounding counties for 26 years with a wide variety of janitorial products and supplies to meet the needs of any size facility. They offer a wide array of cleaning products and equipment. No matter how big or small the job, Janakim can create the perfect housekeeping plan for your business. Ready, set, sparkle.
You know, and while you're down there at White's Meat and Deli, you might as well go to Country Crust and get you a donut. So
absolutely.
If you're not full enough
some
after
very
White's.
good food down in Bainbridge.
Absolutely.
All right, so Hillsboro in the shotgun. Stout will take it. Good, wow, good hit. I believe that was Eubanks coming in for that.
Incredible hit
Shoulder
there. Came off the edge. Only about a 3 yard gain brings up a 3rd and 5. Probably one of the biggest plays thus far this game. The Tigers are lucky enough to get a stop here and get the Indians to punt on a 4th down.
This is
definitely
big.
Looking at some good field position, maybe with the opportunity to go in with the game tied up here 7-7.
Absolutely. I'd say so far in this game, this is probably the biggest play so far for the Tigers. All right, so Hillsboro lines up. Quad wide receivers. Barrett single back in the shotgun with Stout. Stout will get it. Fake. Ooh.
Up the middle.
Once again, a great hit by Eubanks. Wrong guy, though.
Appears as though he might be short. Fourth and definitely fourth.
That's going to be
and
close.
the officials do call fourth down.
4th and 1.
4th and 1, so brings up a punt for the Indians. This is going to be a huge series here for the Tigers. You know, it depends on this series will kind of hold, you know, what kind of energy and enthusiasm we come out for the second half.
Absolutely. Well, Mr. Beal, I think you got it from here. I'm going to go ahead and enjoy this nice pork sandwich that Mr. Jared Haynes brought up to us.
Well, considering Mr. Weeks has eaten his in about 30
yeah,
seconds,
I know,
right in front of us.
He engulfed that thing.
This 3 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock can't run down fast enough.
All right, Rigsby back to punt. He gets
Nice
it
punt.
off. Great punt. That's a good, solid 40 to 45 yards, and it's still rolling. And
Down
like,
at the 50-yard line
yes,
by number 28, Dominic Smart. You know, that's kind of a unique scenario there. I don't know why the Indians wouldn't have let that roll maybe a little bit longer.
Yeah, right. Well, we've seen a lot of big plays by the Tigers so far this year. We just have not seen them tonight on offense so far. But with 3 minutes and 34 seconds left to go in the half, you got to think hopefully one of those big plays will get that out of their system here.
You know, I think senior Braden Wright's got one in his pocket here. You know, Coach Penwell certainly going to strum up something great for us here.
Braden will take it with the wing set. He'll fake to Potts. He'll pitch it to Stone Rock on the edge. Stone Rock gets some room, outruns a few defenders, picks up
what
about
an absolutely
13 on the
incredible
play.
block on the edge by number 12, Kalen Penwell.
Absolutely.
And a great downfield block by number 56, Michael Stevenson. You know, it seems as though the Tigers want to go into halftime 7-7, not 7-0. So,
and now the Tigers will take over on their own 38-yard line, 1st and 10, with 3 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in the half.
that block by Penwell, definitely something we need to see again here.
We've seen some big hits here in the last couple minutes by the Tigers. They've still got some energy left in them. Wright fakes the pitch, looks deep, gets it to Stone Rock, but Stone Rock cannot gather it in. So that will bring up 2nd and 10. Clock is stopped.
Appeared as though maybe some confusion on the left side of the line there. He had 2 defensive linemen come off the edge. It didn't appear as though there was a blitz on the lower side, on the short side of the field. So
I'll tell you what, Caden Penwell, I believe, I know Wright was being pressured from that left-hand side, but Penwell was wide open on the left-hand side and had a lot
of room to run and a lot of green grass in front of him, certainly.
Right back. He gets it to Caden Penwell. Penwell takes it, makes a couple defenders miss, still going. Great block there by Michael Stevenson at the end.
Absolutely. Great decision by Seth Wise.
Tigers.
You know, Seth got called for a hold there that kind of stopped one of those drives earlier. He made a great decision not to block in the back. And then Michael Stevenson, again, 2nd play in a row. Great block downfield. That's huge.
Absolutely.
Penwell, this series has kind of been the horse for the Tigers.
Yes. All right, so another wing set. Bartram out wide along with Eikenberry. Wright will get it. Pitches to Stone Rock again on the right edge. Stone Rock, good hard run there again. Falls forward.
Brought down by number 16 for the Indians, Austin Barrett, as well as number 18, Travis Ross.
Picks up 4 yards on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 6. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in the half. Once again, Wright's waiting for the play to come out. And the Tigers will bring it in tight. See if there's any trickeration here. Eubanks in motion. Wright rolls out to his right. Chucks it deep. And that's going to be intercepted
by the Indians.
And what would you know? It's
15.
Or not Grooms, I'm sorry. That's
Griffith. Cannon Griffith, senior student athlete there for the Indians.
And, you know, Griffith so far in the game, he's made 3 or 4 super big plays for the Indians, and he's had the lone touchdown in the game.
Minute 40 left in the half here.
Just couldn't quite get enough separation away. You know, Eikenberry was open for a minute, but those Indians closed in fast on him.
Certainly, there was some pressure up the middle. Number 55, Ryan Mao, again for the Hillsboro Indians, was in the Tigers' backfield. And, you know, Braden just seemed to force that one a little bit. Probably should have ran it out of bounds. Made a little better choice there.
Handoff to Barrett on the play, I believe. He'll pick up, it appears to be about 5 yards on the play.
Brought down by number 51, Caden Sponsel, and Isaac Smith, and I believe Potts and your boy Doomey were in there as well.
That's right. Don't ever count Luke Doomey out. All right, so Hillsboro will come back 2 wide. They're going to kind of mimic the Tigers offense here with the wing set. Stout is going to take his good old time here.
The old milk the clock here.
2nd and 6.
Really trying hard.
Again, there's
not
that
to get the ball back
there
to the Tigers. Brought down by Potts.
And that will be a short gain on the play. That'll bring up third
down.
and 1, it appears.
Timeout. Well, both officials. Okay, timeout Tigers. Yep.
Yeah, timeout Tigers, which makes a lot more sense.
We had 2 different directions there. Didn't know which way to call it. So.
All right, as we're waiting for that, go ahead and read another sponsor out to you. Luminex, America's original candle company. Candlelight has been long recognized as the leader in the decorative candle manufacturing industry. They proudly celebrate over 180 years of continuous candle making. With manufacturing centered in nearby Leesburg, Ohio, Candlelight continues to be a leader in home fragrance offerings. Humble beginnings, noble values, guided by dreams, discovery, and doing good, Candlelight Company continues to take pride in the quality, value, and service benchmarks that Thomas J. Emery and family founded the company on. Luminex, the makers of Candlelight. You know, Mark, I'm going to start making you read off these advertisements. You're over there stuffing your face.
Nope, sorry. I was enjoying my
I caught you.
Smoked pork. Sorry.
All right, 45 seconds left to go. 3rd and 6 for the Indians. 18 in motion there. Handoff again to Barrett. He'll take it for a short, maybe 1 yard gain, maybe no gain on the play. It's going to be close, though.
Officials stop the clock here. Appears as though there was a first down called.
Yes, so they'll move the chains, and you got to think Hillsboro will be content with running out the clock, and so will the Tigers at this point. So the clock will continue to run.
You know, a couple
left.
bad plays on the Tigers' part, a couple penalties that stopped, you know, a couple of those important drives in Hillsboro territory. You know, I think if you look to come out here in the second half, you know, if you're a Tiger fan, you're not looking for a huge play. You're looking for those sustained plays and to continue these drives. Here, the last 3 or 4 series, you know, I don't think Hillsboro's crossed the 50. You know, they've been inside the 20 the last couple series. Both times they've had to punt. So,
and again,
as the clock winds down here for the second half, certainly not upset with the 7-0 score. That one big play of that return in the first kickoff of the game. Yep.
Kanan Griffith with the lone touchdown for Hillsboro. Your score at the half: Hillsboro 7, Greenfield 0. Again, Kanan Griffith for Hillsboro with the lone kickoff return touchdown at the beginning of the game. All right, so we're gonna get to Hillsboro's band here in just a few seconds here. We do have our Tiger trivia question for the evening, and I want to remind people that the winner of this Tiger trivia question will receive a $30 gift card from Jim Van Dyke's Automotive Center and Courthouse. So here is how we'll play this, guys. I'll give you a trivia question, and what you will need to do is go ahead and put your answer inside the comment section of our stream. And it looks like Mr. Brad Rowland has our question up. And this question is, what was the last name of the McClain wide receiver that scored the game-winning touchdown versus Washington Courthouse in the year 2000? Mark, you might know a little bit about that.
I'm not sure I could give.
I was really excited. You're not.
I'm not sure I could give a wide receiver. My first guess would be Craig Unger, but he was definitely not wide receiver caliber.
Well, good thing you're not allowed to guess. So what you'll do is leave your guess inside the comment section. The first one to guess the right answer will win the gift card. All right. Brad, if you'd like to go ahead and take that down, we've got some games going on here. The winner of Tiger Trivia, by the way, will also be announced between the third and the fourth quarter, should we have one. So again, just the last name of the wide receiver. It looks like seniors Preston Saunders and Iva Easter are playing a game sponsored by
I'm not sure if
McNeil Insurance.
As Coach Haynes, well, I guess he's still up here in the press box. I'm not sure if that was a Haynes-approved action there, her sliding in the 50 like that with basketball 30 right around the corner here. So,
all right, folks. So before we concede to the bands here in a few seconds, Mark, what are your keys for the second half going forward?
You know, we mentioned it there a few minutes ago. I think, you know, the Tigers have been able to sustain drives. Field position has certainly been in their favor, but they just got to finish.
Right.
You know, they've got to be more consistent in finishing those plays. A couple of those decisions, you know, by some senior players just brought them up short, the interception there at the end. I think certainly, you know, as easy as it said, they've just got to look to finish those drives. I would say time of possession, they're certainly winning that as well as yards in this game. So
absolutely. Well, I concur with everything you said, man. So we will go ahead and go radio silent for a few minutes. We'll come back at you towards the end of the half. Enjoy the halftime show, folks.
He teams up with scientist Hank Pym and the Wasp to save the world from Yellow Jacket as the Ant-Man. Continues with the likes of Iron Man, Captain America, the Hulk, and Thor. Each heroes in their own right, but together they are the Avengers. We present you music from the Avengers and Iron Man 3. We conclude tonight's performance with an iconic hit from 1983 and was the title track of the best-selling record of all time. The video for this song was so culturally significant, it was inducted into the National Film Preservation Board's National Film Registry. I present you with the spooky hit, Thriller. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2021 Hillsboro High School Marching Band. The band is under the direction of Mr. Kevin Crow, Assistant Scott Crow, Joseph Jackie, and Ian Craig. Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present the pride of Highland County, the McClain Marching Tigers and Tigerettes. The band is under the direction of Blaine Weddington, assisted by Jared Holter and David Weeks. The Tigerettes are advised by Toddy Weeks, and our majorettes are advised by Ashley Cards. The majorettes are Aaliyah Evans, Skylar Mazo, Addison Smith, and Joanna Kelly. Our Tigerette co-captains are Blythe Bolander and Abby Mustard, with head captain J.C. Olaker. The assistant field commanders are Ava Calhoun and Garrett George, and our 2021 field commander is Abby Everhart. We start our senior show with a song that is arguably the greatest of all time. Senior trumpet soloists Jacob Horton and Garrett George get us started with an absolute classic, while senior majorette Johanna Kelly lights up the night. Up a notch to a 2007 smash from Barbadian pop icon Rihanna. We hand the field over to our senior Tigerettes as they smile, sparkle, and shake things up to Don't Stop the Music.
Tigers and Tigerettes.
All right, folks. Once again, big thanks goes out to Blaine Weddington and the McClain Marching Tigers, as well as Toddy Weeks and the McClain Tigerettes. Once again, another great halftime show by the Pride of Highland County. Great job to Hillsboro's band as well. We want to thank them again for a good show put on. All right, folks, so we're approaching the second half. Before we get to back to the game, we want to go ahead and update some people on Tiger Trivia. And we already have a winner. Again, this was the first person who got the correct answer down in the comments. And our winner for Tiger Trivia for tonight is none other than Luann Rowe. So, Luann, since you have won Tiger Trivia tonight, you need to go ahead and shoot us a private message, the McClain Athletic Department Facebook page, private message, and we will get that to you. If not, I know you well enough. I'll try to get that to you, ma'am. Well done.
And if you don't want it, one of us will take it home gladly.
Yeah, you know, if you want to give that, if you want to give that to me, that's cool too.
Did you choose that game because I actually played in that game?
Yes, yeah. Well, I do need to say the correct answer. The correct answer for the Tiger Trivia question that Luann got right was J.T. Detweiler.
The one and only legendary J.T. Detweiler.
J.T.
Brother-in-law of the legend Jared Haynes.
Well, let's not go that far.
We just took all his credit away.
But yeah, the big reason why I chose that was because you were in that game, obviously on the losing side.
I believe it was a double overtime game at Courthouse.
I heard it was a great game.
Yeah. And then we came back the next year. Courthouse came back, I think, and we're victorious here. Craig Unger senior year.
We
won't talk about that. Absolutely not. We're here to cheer on the Tigers this evening.
Absolutely. So second half kicks off with Rigsby's kick, and that will go into the end zone.
Well, lets
it
roll into the end zone. The Tigers will get it here 1st and 10 to start the second half.
All right, so your score going into the second half, still not a whole lot of offense. Well, really no offense. Our lone touchdown in the game, just as a recap, came from the opening kickoff. Again, that was from Kanan Griffith. He seems to be the big playmaker so far in the game for Hillsboro. Took it back about 90 yards. And Braden Wright will hand straight off to Andrew Potts. He'll go up the gut for about 4 to 5 yards here.
And that's what the Tigers really need to do to sustain this football here for the second half.
Absolutely.
5 yards, 4 yards, whatever it takes, get their first downs and keep the momentum going and keep the just consistent play, whether it's inside, whether it's outside, whatever it is. You cannot have the negative yardage plays that killed those drives there in the first half.
Absolutely. Penalties and negative yardage plays they're going to have to cut down on. And speaking of which,
great tackle from behind. Yeah. Again, that was Ryan Mao from the inside. What a great play on his behalf. Brandon Wright had certainly had some grass in front of him to run there, but caught down from behind.
And yeah, certainly picking up steam on the play. Good behind tackle from Ryan Mao. That was a short pickup on the play, and that will bring up 3rd and 4 for the Tigers. We'll have trips wide receivers here. Shotgun formation with Potts in the backfield. Wright will receive the ball, looks left, fires off to Caden Penwell. I think Penwell was looking to run before he caught.
Absolutely. That'll bring up 4th down for the Tigers. 4th and 4 in this field position, on no question, you certainly have to punt here.
So that just kind of goes back to your keys of the game, Mark. Big time consistency. The Tigers are going to have to consistently not kill themselves with drops and penalties and things like that we saw in the first half.
Let's see if number 56, Harrison Grove, comes in as hard as he has off the edge here.
Yeah. Potts with the punt here.
Much better punt.
He gets it off, and that will get a somewhat favorable
nice Tiger
roll. And that will be downed at Hillsboro's 35-yard line by Landon Eubanks.
A quick 3 and out there, certainly not what you wanted, especially only taking a minute 20 off the clock.
Right.
Down 7. You really want that momentum coming out. Start of the second half. A long, sustained drive. Like you said, Caleb, there looked like on that 3rd down play, looked like he was just trying to get upfield before he caught the ball. Let's hope defensively we can get a big stop and get the ball back in some decent field position.
All right, so Stout will come back out at quarterback with Smart, Grooms, and Griffith out wide. Fakes to Ross, gets it out to Griffith, the playmaker on the edge. He will go down, and Stone Rock comes in to finish the play. Short loss on the play, possibly.
Tackled by, it looked like the 34-yard line got him there.
Yeah, the field, as we've seen already, it was already slippery to begin the game. But as that game keeps going and it gets a little bit muddier and muddier out, we're going to see probably a lot more of that.
Absolutely. Cleats get a little more full of dirt and grass, a little less traction. You know, it's one of those unique situations that these kids aren't used to dealing with this year. Haven't really had a rainy Friday night all year long.
Right. I would agree with that. Ross in motion. Fake to Barrett. He's getting tons of time to throw.
Oh.
And that could have very easily been picked off by the Tigers, but that was an incomplete pass by Stout.
Certainly Seth Wise on the coverage there, as well as number 18, Dakota Bartram.
So we're seeing the Tigers with two high safeties now. Again, their traditional third and long defense. Stapleton comes out along with Seth Wise back there at the high safety.
Big third down play here for the Indians. Big third down stop coming up here, hopefully for the Tigers.
All right, Ross in motion yet again. Stout will take the shotgun. He rolls to his right, chucks it deep, and Drake Stapleton in coverage, and they're going to get him
for a flag there.
Just didn't quite have his head turned around there, and I agree that's a good call by the officials there.
Had a rotation of linebackers there. Cade Sponsel is not in at middle linebacker. Emerson Yates in, number 24.
All right, so that will go ahead and move the Indians up. I forget what a pass interference is in high school, 15 yards. Thank you, Mr. Weeks.
Automatic first down.
Automatic first down.
Yep. In this situation, it was. You know, that's one of those big plays we talked about. Whether he had interfered or not interfered, I don't know if it had been a complete pass. Got to make a better decision there defensively.
All right, so Grooms in motion. Stout fakes to him, hands it off to Barrett. He will have a no-go, no gain on the play. Great play there by Cade Sponsel and Luke Doomey and Andrew Potts.
Sponsel comes back in there.
So that will bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Indians.
A loss of about half a yard on that play there. You know, that was a great defensive stance there for 2 downs. Certainly, you know, had made a better choice out there on the edge. Probably would have been a punting scenario there for the Indians. The Tigers would have gotten the ball back in some really good field position. Let's see what we can do here in this set of downs.
All right, so Stout will take it back in the shotgun. Once again, Grooms in that jet sweep pre-play action. Pitch to Barrett on the edge. Good containment by Potts, and that'll be a short loss on the play.
Excellent play. Great read by Andrew Potts.
Job setting the edge there. The Buckeyes could probably take a little bit from that as well.
Nah, who cares about them?
Yeah.
Let's focus on.
Still way better than the Wolverines.
Yeah.
Just talk about that.
There it is again, third down, big third down here. You know, the Tigers have a really good opportunity to get some good field position if they can keep the Indians here in this third down in Tiger territory, or I'm sorry, in the Indian territory here.
All right, and as that timeout is going on, we'd like to go ahead and read off some sponsors here. We'd like to start with Scott Faulkner of State Farm Insurance, providing all of your insurance and financial services. Scott is a local State Farm representative with your needs in mind. For life, home, car insurance, and more, contact Hillsboro State Farm agent Scott Faulkner at 937-393-1497. We'd also like to recognize Commercial Cleaning Solutions, located on State Route 138 near Greenfield. C&C Solutions, Inc. is a full-service janitorial company that prides itself on total customer satisfaction and high-performance standards. No matter the job, they are equipped to provide you with excellent customer care. Call today at 937-981-4870. Thank you again to those sponsors. All right, folks, so we are at 8:25 left to go in the third quarter. Again, Hillsboro up 7-0.
I'm telling you, if you're not here and you didn't have the opportunity to eat from that concession stand, whew,
Absolutely.
I'm gaining some weight tonight, bud.
Yes, that was very good.
Middle screen for the Indians.
Little different play call there by the Indians, but it works out well. Griffith. I keep getting them mixed up. Griffith again, the playmaker for Hillsboro.
Great play call by the Indians. So what we did there was we worked laterally with our offensive lineman, and we just snuck the back out of the backfield. You know, that's a really hard read as a linebacker. You think it's going to be a deep pass, and that short play like that's not something that you typically see, especially for what Hillsboro's done most of this evening.
All right, so we'll get back to the action here. Hillsboro in the pistol set. And number 18, Ross in motion. Keep, and, oh, nice fake there. That went to number 16, Austin Barrett, the running back. So good fake there by the
Good tough
Indians.
run up the middle there.
Absolutely.
Nice second effort there as well. Got him at least 4 or 5 yards. Brings up about second and about 3, maybe 2.
All right, so the Indians again will line up in that pistol set. Barrett in the backfield, Ross in motion. Hand off to Barrett. Nope, pitch to Ross. And Ross will pick up the first down. Again, Hillsboro, they're
Wise on the edge there. Got to break down a little more. I mean, he had an opportunity to get a tackle for maybe a 3 or 4 yard loss in the backfield. Just got to come in, work on that inside shoulder, break down, and contain that. You know, there again, you know, we give up a play. You know, bad tackle on the edge, and the Indians get a first down. You know, I think this is one of the Indians' first series in Tiger territory since the start of the first quarter.
It is. So they're going to come back in the wing formation here. Ross in motion. Hand
Dive
off
up
Barrett,
the middle.
and he's going to pick up about 7 or 8 yards on the play. And, you know, I don't know if these Hillsboro, you know, they have some trickeration. They have a lot of fakes, fake pitches, fake handoffs. I don't know if those are designed that way or if the quarterback Stout has that option. But nonetheless, he's executing that offense pretty well for the most part tonight.
Absolutely. You know, the triple option there, it's certainly something tough. You know, you got your motion, you got your dive back, and you got your quarterback can keep it or pitch it, depending on the back set there. So, once again, up the middle, that bring up another first down for the Indians.
So that'll be close to the Tigers' 15-yard line, maybe a few yards within it. Hillsboro's going to line up pretty quick here. They seem to know what they want to do, and I would say they're probably the same thing until the Tigers stop it.
I'm going to say going up top to Griffith maybe. Pitch outside.
And Ross is still going to pick up about 4 to 5 yards. We've seen that play about 2 or 3 times, maybe even more than that on this drive alone.
Tackle by number 18, Dakota Bartram out there on the edge, senior student athlete for the Tigers.
And they are once again going to line up quickly. You got to think probably the same play. Ross in motion, possible handoff to Barrett.
Got about 2nd and 7 here.
Until we stop it, they're going to keep running it. Give to
Up
Barrett.
the middle.
Up the middle. About a 1 yard gain on the play, maybe 2.
Tackle by Stone Rock.
And that will bring up, it should be a 3rd down.
You know, if the Tigers can sustain this here, keep the Indians out of the end zone, I'm not sure what the kicking game of the Hillsboro Indians is, but this would be huge.
Yeah.
Even if they gave up a field goal here, you know, a 2-score ball game to 10 versus 14 is,
Absolutely.
you know, that's a big difference, especially, you know, approaching only 5 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter.
All right, so Hillsboro once again taking a page out of the old playbook for McClain. Wing back set, 2 guys in motion. Yep, and false start. They did the same thing to McClain.
That should have been dead ball foul on a false start there.
Yeah.
Officials missed that one.
Yep. Play should not have happened there, but nonetheless, that will be a 5-yard penalty on the Indians. That
Bring up about a 3rd and 9.
Yep.
Huge 3rd down, probably one of the biggest 3rd downs of the game. I know we've said that multiple times thus far, but you know, the Tigers get the stop here. Whether the Indians elect to kick or to just potentially go for it on 4th down.
They got a good kicker. He was kicking 30 yarders earlier.
All right.
Our source tells us the Indians do have a good kicker.
Well, we shall see. Rigsby back, and they're going to call a timeout.
Timeout, Indians.
Timeout, Indians. All right, so guys, I would like to, as we're on this timeout, this is, of course, the Rotary game. So just a quick little info on the Rotary here. Rotary members believe that they have a shared responsibility to take action on our world's most persistent issues. They work together to promote peace, fight disease, provide clean water, sanitation, and hygiene, save mothers and children, support education, grow local economies, and much more. Rotary seeks to provide service to others, promote integrity, and advance world understanding, goodwill, and peace through their fellowship of business, professional, and community leaders. Since 1985, the Rotarians of Highland County have sponsored the annual Rotary Bowl and are proud to sponsor this, the 37th meeting between Hillsboro and McClain. So once again, to the Rotarians here in Highland County, it's a great organization. They stand for great things. We want to thank them for helping put on the 37th.
And it appears as though the Indians are lining up here and to kick a field goal. About a 20-yard field goal, 29-yard field goal, and it appears to be good.
I believe our source was correct because Grigsby
he had more
that.
than 30 yards in that
Yes.
one, I would say that.
I would say that could have went from 40 to 45 easily.
Score here at Tiger Stadium, 10-0. 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Updated scores in the FAC. The Miami Trace Panthers still holding off the Blue Lions, 21-12. The Blue Lions have the ball currently at the Blue Lions 20. Again, we spoke of that earlier, but you know, if the Blue Lions by chance would come up with a loss this evening, it's kind of what a lot of the Greenfield faithful are hoping for. You know, there's an outside chance that the Tigers with a victory this evening could come out with a 16 spot. You know, the question is, who would you play? You know, that one spot right now, I believe Cincinnati, Wyoming, defending state title champions,
Yes,
maybe.
yeah.
Or maybe Eaton. So, you know, certainly a tough opponent, but historically it would be something that, you know, these kids would remember for the rest of their lives.
Absolutely. So Grigsby back to kick, and great kick there.
That was definitely more than 30 yards. I think our source
is correct.
Oh.
He's a great kicker. All right, so that'll be a touchback for McClain. They will start on their own 20, and we have 5 minutes and 4 seconds left to go in the third quarter. The Tigers down 2 scores, 10-0 here on senior night here at McClain Field. All right, so Tigers will, of course, take over. It looks like they're going to have
first and
wide.
10 on the 20.
Andrew Potts, the lone back in the field. Handoff to Potts. He'll run it up the gut. Keeps pushing the pile. Extracurriculars there towards the end of the play. And that will be a short gain on the play, about 2 to 3 yards.
Historically speaking, this season, you know, the Tigers have gotten themselves in some situations late in the game, and they've responded well to it. You know, certainly this senior group of student athletes led by quarterback Braden Wright, you know, I don't look for them to shut down here anytime soon. You know, there's another 16 minutes left in the game. Undoubtedly, they're going to play the whole thing with their heart.
Braden Wright back to pass, looks right, looks deep to Max Eichenberry.
Oh, what a catch, and he's gone.
And he goes,
no
and he
flags.
is gone.
Ladies and gentlemen, That's how the Tigers needed to respond to that one.
That makes
score now 10-6.
Absolutely. And Mark,
that was an unbelievable catch.
It was an unbelievable catch. It was even, I think it was pass interference as well, but he still
certainly
went up and caught it. And, you know, that's probably not going to be
Absolutely not. You know, it's going to be exciting to see him over the next couple of years here develop into the student athlete that he is. So,
absolutely. Absolutely. So Max Eichenberry again with the big time catch. Great throw by Braden Wright there as he was rolling out to his right. Really put that one on the money, gave his receiver a chance to go up and get it.
As any opportunity to score is huge. This extra point here being certainly big for the Tigers. So Emerson Yates.
Eichenberry to hold. This will be big, as you said. And kick is up and good. Emerson Yates.
All right, that makes the official Tiger score 10-7. 4 minutes left here in the second half. You know, Nate, what do you think?
Well, I mean, we just keep doing what we're doing so far. Keep running the ball up the gut. You know, Hillsboro offensively They've done decent at some points, but, nothing that we can't stop, I think, the rest of the game. So we just got to keep wearing down this defense with our triple option and just keep the ball safe. But, at some point, I look for the Tigers to do something like that. That's that big play that we were talking about earlier.
That was a huge play. They certainly needed that. Had they have dropped that ball, they'd have been again in a third and long situation that they were in the previous series, and probably would have given up, some bad field position there again to the Indians. So,
yes,
Jace Allison up to kick for the Tigers, senior, multi-sport athlete, also captain for the Tigers soccer team.
And it looks like both Griffith and Smart are back to receive for the Indians around their 20-yard line. Jace is back to kick. He pooches it.
Certainly a good call there on the squib, considering the previous kickoff return. Some positive yardage there by
Cameron Smart.
Cameron Smart brings the ball out to about the 42.
Tackled by Connor McCune on the play. Freshman. All right, so the Indians will take over on their own 42-yard line. First and 10.
Shout out to Mr. Derek Lyons, McClain Faithful, for listening out there on the Facebook Live.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for the kind words, Mr. Lyons. All right, so it looks like Stout back in the shotgun, trips wide. Little tight end action. Ross in motion. He will keep it. And great read there by the Tiger defense. That is Luke Doomey.
Great play. Brings up about a 5 or 6 yard loss for the Tigers there. We talked about that word big. That was huge. They came out with that long 70-yard touchdown run or touchdown pass there. And to come out in the first play of that next series, offensive possession for the Indians, and get a 6-yard loss, that's huge. That's huge. Momentum definitely on Tigers' side right now.
Absolutely, and about this time in every third quarter of any sport, of any game, this is where you want that momentum shift. So let's see if that continues for the Tigers. The Indians will line up.
The clock will continue to run here.
Wide receivers here. Barrett back as a single back. Grooms in motion. Fake to him. Quick pass out to Smart. Smart. He gets pulled down. Got a gain of 4 on the play.
I'll say the last 2 plays there, the pressure's been a little more consistent from the Tigers up on their quarterback there, Chris Stout, for the Indians. Definitely disrupting that backfield, and it obviously is working. So that's what we're going to need to sustain here through the second half to be successful defensively. If you'll see, it appears to be a different set for the Tigers. 3 down linemen. They had 4 down linemen earlier. They moved Potts out to the edge. We got Doomey in. It appears to be a nose guard, a 0 or a shaded 1 technique.
I have no idea what you just said, Mark, but thank you. Grooves in motion. Stout in the shotgun. Receives
roll out.
He's looking short.
Nice bad down by Mr. Potts.
That's his second of the game.
That's his second, certainly.
All right, so that will bring up 4th and 12. Looks like the Indians' punt team will come out.
Momentum hugely on the Tigers' side here. Great play again by Andrew Potts.
Absolutely. So Grigsby back to, is it Rigsby or Grigsby?
Oh, let's say Rigsby. Dylan Rigsby.
Again, he's had some good kicks and punts here lately. See if he can pin
Let's see if the Tigers are able to field one of these here and maybe get a return. It'd be nice to see the ball get in Seth Wise's hands here, give him an opportunity to return it. It appears as though it will be returnable.
And
nice kick. About a 5-yard return. Ball will be down on about the 35-yard line for the Tigers. 1st and 10.
I believe that was Dominic Smart from Hillsboro on the come-from-behind tackle.
If anything, Nate, if the Tigers can sustain a drive here, partway through the 4th quarter, whether they come up, with points on the board or not, I think it's going to keep their momentum going, give the Indians, again, the lesser of the field position. That's one thing the Tigers have really benefited from this entire game is better field position.
Absolutely. Right back in the shotgun, rolls out right.
Great edge block by Andrew Potts.
And he gets chopped down, but not before.
Oh, a penalty flag, late hit, unnecessary roughness on the Indians. Great call. Seemed as though they were upset about a Tiger block. You know, it's never the first one that gets caught. It's always the second
Brad,
one.
do we have instant replay? No, okay. Thought I'd ask. We are not that technically advanced yet, but if anyone can do it,
Number
it's our
16,
man,
Austin
Brad
Barrett
Rowland.
for the Hillsboro Indians called for the personal foul. I don't believe it. I think that was incorrect. I'm sorry. Number 16, Austin Barrett was going to go off the field injured. I'm sorry. Yep.
All right, so this is the time of the game. Everyone's got to keep a cool head. It's a close game.
You know, that wasn't until my senior year of college when they actually started saying the number and the name.
Oh, no kidding.
Yep, got called for a hold my senior year of college. It was wonderful. National television, it was great.
Yeah, always fun. Of course, Mark played at Michigan, so no judgment, maybe a little bit of judgment.
Great edge block.
Looks to be maybe a hold on the Tigers there that might come back.
That will be brought back.
Yep, that will be a hold
on the Tigers.
Negates the big play by Caden Pinwell.
You know, that was some questionable blocking on the backside there by the Tigers. Great scoop block on the front side there. And great chip block again by Andrew Potts. Same style block. He had that nice catch on the outside down here towards the Greenfield sideline in the first half. That really hurts.
Yes, that will push the Tigers back 10 yards, and that will give them a 1st and 20.
You know, it's one of those things where, you know, as a lineman, you question yourself, I'm about to get beat, should I hold? 90% of the time, no, you shouldn't, because it won't affect the play. In that scenario, you shouldn't have, but look at the negative impact it had on the play.
Right, big. The flag after the play here, after Eubanks catches it. We'll see what that flag.
Hold again against the Tigers.
Well, I mean, it just goes back to the point you were making before, Mark. You know, a big momentum shift, and this is the stuff that can hurt that momentum shift. So,
you know, again though,
recoup here.
Just like on the kickoff return that the Indians had for the initial score, it's nothing really the Indians did. It's everything that the Tigers didn't. You know, in this scenario, it's everything that the Tigers are doing against themselves. So,
absolutely.
Draw up the middle by Braden Wright.
Had some room initially, but came down. Again, a little bit of extracurricular action.
Once again, as the Tigers historically have throughout this entire season, they've taken the upper hand in that situation and walked away from it. Hats off to the kind of kids and the student athletes we have here at McClain High School.
Absolutely. We love all of them. All right, so looks like Seth
except
Wise.
the one that hit me with some shaving cream in my face today. So
yeah, we won't name names.
No,
we
no.
won't name names there.
Nope, absolutely not.
So Seth Wise brings out the play. Him and Eikenberry both out wide for the Tigers. Braden Wright back in the shotgun with Potts. Braden Wright gets it, looks left to Seth Wise, chucks it left. Seth
Wise is
some room,
open.
And he just can't haul it in. That would have been a big first down for the Tigers.
Excellent inside move by Seth Wise there to get open.
Great route running. Just couldn't quite haul that in. That would have been a for sure first down.
Great pass protection up front. Everything you want out of a good pass play.
All right, so sorry about that. Some technical difficulties there. So the Tigers will come back.
My mic is back on.
Tigers will come back out. 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10.
Wide receivers.
No, 3rd and 30.
3rd and 30. Sorry about that. Braden Wright rolls out to his right, chucks it again downfield. Eikenberry back there. And that was the Tiger faithful won a flag, but Hillsboro defender had a good play there. He kind of boxed out the receiver, had his eyes on the ball the whole time.
I'm not sure Eikenberry was really in position to catch that ball anyway. Good read by Braden Wright, getting rid of it. He had some pressure in his face.
Absolutely.
You know, as opposed to earlier on there in the game when he threw one away when the Indians got the interception there. Brings up a punting situation here for the Tigers. Hopefully Wesley Potts can get his leg underneath this one like he had previously. Give the Indians some more negative field position. Fielded at the 41, 42-yard line, again by Cameron Smart. That'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Indians at the 42-yard line.
You got to think the Indians are pretty content right now with where they're at going into the 4th quarter. You know, a score up on the Tigers. But don't be surprised maybe if the Indians try to sneak in a big play here with about 30 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter.
Absolutely. You know, you take out those big plays, those holding penalties against the Tigers there. You know, these kids are still hungry. They want to play.
Absolutely.
They're not giving up. Just as they have in all those previous games this year when they were down, they fought their way back in. You know, and this is a 3-point battle. This isn't a 7-point battle, and we've still got 12 minutes and 37 seconds left in this game.
All right, so Hillsboro comes to line up. Quad receivers, Barrett in the backfield with Stout in the shotgun. He will receive the snap, hands it to Barrett up the gut, and he will keep pushing forward for about 3 to 4 yards in a cloud of mud.
Brought down by a pack of tigers. Herd of tigers.
A herd of tigers,
Herd of tigers.
Is that what they're called?
Well, down here in southern Ohio, we call it herd of tigers.
Is that what they are?
I think that's what
Fair
Mr.
enough.
Weeks said.
Yeah, we'll blame it on him. We'll blame it on him. You know, my favorite Rotary Bowl
This will
back
bring up here the end of the 3rd quarter.
The 3rd quarter. My favorite Rotary Bowl, 2006, talking about mud. That was a very muddy.
Mud Bowl.
That is a mud bowl. That was a fun one to watch. All right, so with that being said, guys, again, we want to recognize our Tiger Trivia winner for the night, Lou Ann Rowe. She will be receiving a $30 gift card to Jim Van Dyke's Automotive Center. We want to thank Van Dyke's Automotive Center once again for their generous donation. I believe this is a couple times now this year they have done that. So once again, thank you. And we'd also like to quickly recognize Roman Family Healthcare. If you're under the weather and in need of care, let the fine folks at Roman Family Healthcare take care of you. They are a full-service family practice / urgent care in Greenfield on the west end of Route 28. Most insurances are accepted with $40 self-pay visits and $65 Department of Transportation physicals. Roman Family Healthcare in Greenfield. The Indians will line back up.
2nd and 7 here for the Indians.
Pistol formation there. Stout fakes to Barrett, gets it to Smart.
Great defensive play by Max Eikenberry to give up only about a 3-yard gain there. Kept great outside leverage there, working even though when he had a defender in his face trying to block him.
So that'll bring up a 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4 opportunity for the Indians here, right around midfield.
You know, it's no surprise here in Southern Ohio or in rural America that you see a student athlete, football player playing both sides of the ball like that.
Yeah.
You know,
absolutely.
Max getting that 70-yard touchdown pass reception and then making a huge defensive stop like he did there. So,
yes, sir.
Once again, that's a sophomore. Got some exciting years ahead for him.
All right, so. And
dive up the middle, bring up a 1st down there for the Indians.
Give to Barrett. Yields a 1st down and more on the play. And that will move the chain gang.
Into Tiger territory, 1st and 10 at about the 44-yard line.
So, Mark, we're in the 4th quarter now.
We're in the 4th quarter.
What do you expect?
What do I expect?
I know that's kind of a broad-ended question. What do you expect, though?
Well, you know, Hillsboro this series has had some success running with that quick little dive up front. You know, they had some success earlier in the game, but they weren't content with those 4- and 5-yard plays, and they were going more for home runs, which really didn't get them anywhere. That's what helped them sustain that drive early and get that field goal. So,
yeah, Barrett's running the ball pretty well here in the 2nd half, and that play was due from the
start.
Landon Eubanks, heady linebacker, comes in, has a 2-yard loss.
Unbelievable read on the field edge there off the defense by Landon, senior Landon Eubanks.
Absolutely, and that's something we've seen. I remember talking about Landon last year and just being a really heady player. You know,
he's a special kid. He doesn't go to school here at McClain High School. He goes to school at Laurel Oak, so he's going to graduate one above. Majority of those student athletes there. I believe his certificate will be in heavy equipment operation. Yep. He wants to go to school to be an engineer. So
not a bad thing to do either.
No, absolutely not.
Great money in that. So
I believe he had talked about getting into a union, making potentially $40 an hour here in the next couple of years.
Can't
so
complain with
maybe
that.
we should give him a call.
I was lucky to make $40 a week in college. So.
That's right.
He better take that. So Stout back, single back motion there. He's keeping it, pitches it to Grooms. Just nothing going.
Great pressure.
And again,
Great hit by Cade Sponsel there. Unbelievable edge pressure again.
Yes. Once again, Landon Eubanks and Cade Sponsel. Trevor Stonerock did a good job of forcing that pitch as well and kind of forcing it back in the inside. So hats off again to a couple senior linebackers there and Cade Sponsel.
We said it earlier, most important third down series, most important third down of the game. I think this one undoubtedly takes the cake on that one. 3rd and 12 here for the Indians in Tiger territory. You know, you ask 4th down. If I had to bet right now, based on who's playing harder, I'm going to say the Tigers are going to come out victorious with this one. You know, these kids are still hungry. They want it. So,
yes, they are. You can tell by the hits. All right, so Ross is in motion. Stout fakes. He's looking left, now looking right, and he's going to have a wide open Smart down the middle, and he is going to take it in for the Indians score. That's going to make your score 17-7 Indians with 8 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the game.
Great pressure up front by Andrew Potts and also Isaac Smith.
Just couldn't quite get that backfield together there. You know, Smart kind of snuck through right in the middle between our deep safeties and the corners there, and just took it in from there. So Rigsby will be back.
That was the first long pass possession, I believe.
Yes.
That Hillsboro's had all night. So.
Yep. Of course, there was that close call in the first half where there was a fake and Griffith threw it, and it was dropped by a receiver from Hillsboro. But other than that, that's
penalty on us to sustain the drive, I believe it was.
Yes. Yeah. So Rigsby is back to kick, and his kick is up and good.
Making the score 17-7 with 8:32 left to go. You know, 8 minutes, 32 seconds. I believe the Tigers were in a similar situation here a couple weeks ago and put 7 in a matter of 34 or 45 seconds, whatever it was there.
Yep.
When Courthouse came to town. So.
And, you know, and this is one of those instances where we're in single digits left in the game. You know, people could start to panic a lot here. But, you know, 8 minutes and 30 seconds is still a lot of time. No panic needed by the Tigers. Run their offense, get in a groove, hopefully put some points on the board. All right, so looks like Caden Pinwell and Landon Eubanks will both be back to receive the kickoff from Rigsby. All right, so Rigsby back to kick. The kick is up, and that will go to Caden Pinwell. He's going to give it a go here. He bobbles it and takes it down at the 16-yard line.
That'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Not the return, the returnable kick, I believe the first returnable kick the Tigers have had all night long.
Right.
Definitely not the type of return you want there. But, you know, 83 yards seems like a long way, but
they can do it. We've
absolutely
seen the big plays. We've seen them. So Braden Wright will start this drive out of the shotgun. Trips wide receiver. Potts in the backfield. He'll receive it and roll to the right. Looking deep. And that might be a hold on Hillsboro, but I think they're going to get away with that. And that pass falls incomplete. So that will give us a 2nd and 10.
On the backside by Ryan Mao, number 55 by the Hillsboro Indians.
So Mao is pressuring very well tonight. You know, that's something we haven't really talked about, but he has been getting some very decent pressure on both the weak side and strong side for tonight. Kind of a relentless defensive lineman.
Yep, kind of an unblocked situation there.
Yeah, and, you know, that's a designed unblock, as you know.
As a roll out to the right there. Braden is aware that that's his hot side.
All right, little option look here. Braden's just going to take it.
Option to the short side of the field.
That's going to be a personal
that's gonna be
foul.
A late hit on number 56, Harrison Grove for the Hillsboro Indians. You know, that's unfortunately for the Indians, that's one of the things the Tigers need.
Yep.
You know,
and,
penalty in this situation
that was
to
one of
sustain the
those.
drive.
That was one of those penalties. You know, he made the tackle inbounds, but he just got a little carried away with it. I think that was an honest penalty on his part, but that does push the Tigers up an additional 15 yards from the spot of the foul. So it will be 1st and 10 for the Tigers, and that will take them to their own 38-yard line. So they have some room to work with now, thanks to that penalty.
8 minutes, 16 seconds left. Down 10.
Right in the shotgun, looking to pass. Looks.
Oh, intercepted by number 15.
I believe that's Griffith's second interception of the night. So a little tip from, I believe the target was Trevor Stonerock for McClain. Just couldn't quite get his footing as, we have these muddy conditions. Ball tipped, went straight into Griffith's hands. And once again, we see Griffith 2 interceptions on the night. Kickoff return for the night. Big catch down the field.
Good pass by Braden Wright on the outside shoulder. Stonerock could just not bring that one in.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it was tipped up, and great position there by your Hillsboro Indians to bring that one in. They get great field position again here on the Tiger 44.
Tigers just can't seem to catch a break right now. And as you said, the Indians take over on their own 44-yard line. Stout back, hands off to Barrett. Good strong run by Barrett, and he's going to keep going, eventually tackled by Landon Eubanks.
You know, that's that run we talked about earlier that Hillsboro wasn't too excited about, only getting 4 or 5 yards, and, they're getting 11 or 12 yards
they're
here.
Pounding. Yep, and they're going to get up to the line fairly quick here, and I think they're going to do the same thing we saw earlier. They're going to get in that wing back set, and they're going to bring someone in motion and either hand the ball off to Barrett or have a pitch out to the jet sweep guy. But they are going to be content with eating some clock first. Very content with letting that clock run down. And Stout will come. And he's going to, once again, pitch to Grooms.
Outside.
I'm not a smart man, but I did call that.
What a great effort by Drake Stapleton.
Just couldn't quite bring him down.
Was able to stay up on his feet.
That was, I believe, Grooms 22.
I'm sorry, Ethan Grooms of Hillsboro.
That was a great run by Grooms.
Great defensive effort there by the Tigers.
Just couldn't quite finish that play
Just didn't finish that one. Puts the ball inside the 10, 1st and goal for the Indians.
And once again, you got to think the Indians go back in that wishbone look, hand it to Barrett. Next play, they're going to pitch it to either Grooms or I believe that was 18 Travis Ross. And they're just going to be content running the ball, I think, for the time being. So here they are in that wishbone again. Ross in motion, hand it to Barrett.
Dive up the middle.
And he moves the pile.
Positive yardage for the Indians. Inside the 5, looks to be on the 2-yard line there, 2nd and 2. Or I'm sorry, 2nd and goal from the 2.
And you got to think here they might bring someone in motion just to keep the defense honest, but it's either going to be a sneak or a dive by Barrett. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. That's Harrison Grove as the tailback. I saw 6 and thought that was Barrett. All right. So, again, Stout's content with taking time off the clock. Man in motion. Hand off to
dive, the keep.
The keep
with down there by Landon Eubanks, number 3.
So either a no gain or a slight loss on the play. 3rd and 2, or I should say 3rd and goal here. Big play for the Tigers.
You know, we've said it once, but this might be the biggest 3rd down of the game. 10-point deficit here. Timeout, officials timeout for an injured player.
All right, and as they're attending to that injured player, I'll go ahead and sneak in an advertisement here. Our next advertisement is for Final Touch Painting Plus, a professional painting company that can handle whatever you may need, power washing, commercial, residential, and more. Final Touch is proud to be locally owned and operated while providing great all-around service. You can give them a call at 937-856-9922. Final Touch Painting Plus, a brush stroke above the rest. We'd also at this time like to recognize CNC Barbershop. Need a cut, trim, shave, or new style? CNC Barbershop has you covered. When you sit down in the chair, you'll be greeted with attention to detail, and you'll always finish with a refreshing hot towel. Great for these cooler months. Whether you're growing a mullet or have come to your senses, CNC is the place to be for a great cut and a great time.
Did they say they could grow a mullet for you? I'm game. I need some hair.
I could not laugh at that. That's
Is that a hair club for men program?
That's the best ad yet.
That's a good one.
That caught me by surprise. All right, so it looks like the Hillsboro Indians will have 3 running backs in the backfield here. This is definitely a power set. Got to think maybe this is going to be a sneak of some sort.
3rd and 2.
Nope, they're going to hand it off. And that looks to be Travis Ross, number 18.
Indians.
Touchdown Indians. That will make your score 23-7 with 5:48 left to go in the game. So Travis Ross, number 18, with the touchdown run from 2 yards out.
You know, with a successful PAT here, you know, that brings up a 17-point, 3-score ball game, 5 minutes, 48 seconds left. Not out of the woods yet.
Not out of the woods yet.
So,
but it's
some
definitely
things
an uphill
definitely
battle.
have to
Yes.
fall correctly here. So
Rigsby back for the field goal attempt. The kick is up, and it is well and good. That will make your score 24-7. The Indians up on the Tigers with 5:48 left to go in the game.
updates from the FAC here up in Fayette County. The Miami Trace Panthers are still holding off the Blue Lions 28-19. It appears to be Blue Lions ball on the Panthers 31.
Going to go ahead and sneak in our last ad for the evening here while I got a second.
Correction. Touchdown Courthouse. That makes the score 28-25.
All right, I will
a
not
little
sneak in
tighter.
that ad. We'll hold off on that. All right, so Rigsby will be back to kick with Caden Pinwell and Landon Eubanks back to receive for the Tigers. Again, your score 24-7, Hillsboro up on McClain. We also have another update. Jackson is up on Chillicothe, 42-0. That is some of our other friends in the FAC.
No surprise there. Jackson
Ironman is a workhorse.
Andy Hall does an excellent job with that group down in Jackson. Former Tiger Pat Stevens down there is the AD now.
Absolutely, absolutely. We will never forget you, Pat. All right. So Hillsboro will bring, looks like they still have 2 deep safeties here. They're playing a little bit, one deep safety now.
The Tigers
So they're playing
definitely
about the
looking
same
at the
amount of
opportunity
defense
to score early and score quick here.
Yes. Wright's pass complete to Pinwell. That will be a 6-yard gain on the play. That will be a 2nd down and 4.
Offense appears to be not moving to a hurry-up situation here. Still bringing in the calls from the sidelines.
They're going to need to here very, very shortly.
Coach was insistent that Max Eichenberry stay out in the 11-man crew on the field.
And it looks like number 15, Josiah Burchett, is in the game for the Tigers. Right, looking downfield to Eichenberry. No good.
Just a little bit long.
Yeah, a step long for Eichenberry there. So that will bring up a 3rd and 4.
Great route by Max Eichenberry there.
He definitely had a step on the
definitely had the
defender.
outside leverage. Just a little bit long, maybe a little more air needed to carry that ball for him there. Could have potentially been a holding penalty on the inside shoulder there for Eichenberry, but that brings up 3rd and 4 for the Tigers here.
All right, Bartram out wide along with Pinwell and Eichenberry.
Ball was fumbled.
Looks like Wright got that fumble back once he bobbled it.
Brings up 4th down. You know, unfortunately, being down 3 scores, I don't think in this situation, you know, with the ball in the 19,
you got nothing to lose.
And it appears as though coach is going for it.
Yep, the
Fourth
clock's
and about 12.
Clock's still running, so you got nothing to lose
continues to run,
here.
absolutely.
So Wise will bring in the play. They better get lined up quick here. Wright will be back in the shotgun. We'll have 3 wide receivers and Stone Rocket tight end. Wright will get it. He's looking out to his left for Wise and gets some pressure from Hillsboro. Chucks it downfield. That will be nearly intercepted.
Batted down.
Nearly intercepted by Grooms.
You know, really good choice by Grooms there. Had he have caught that ball, it would have been about a 25-yard difference in field position. So not necessarily that he was trying to bat it down, but certainly good for that situation that it did get batted down.
Absolutely. Advantageous for Hillsboro. So Hillsboro will take over on downs. They will be on Greenfield's 18-yard line. So threatening, to say the least, again. Looking to make this a 4-score game. All right, so we have 4:17 left in regulation here. Hillsboro lines up in a wishbone formation yet again. I believe that is number 56, Grove.
False start on the Indians there. Going to take us back 5 yards. Illegal procedure, I'm sorry, on the Indians.
I believe that is still a 5-yard penalty.
Repeat first down.
First down.
Plus for the Tigers. Still down 3 scores, 4 minutes, 12 seconds left.
Again, not out of the woods for the Tigers. We have seen stranger things before. So Hillsboro will come back out. This time Stout will be under center again in the wishbone. Groves back at tailback for the Indians. And Stout is going to let that clock run very wisely. He knew that clock was going to start after the penalty was assessed. Grooms in motion. Hands it to Groves. Good hard run by Groves there. He's going to pick up about 7 to 8 yards.
Sponsel for the Tigers. And it appears as though there's a timeout by the Tigers. 3:38 left in the 4th quarter.
All right, I'm going to sneak in this very last advertisement for our man, Shane McMahon of State Farm Insurance. Your local State Farm agent in Washington Courthouse, Shane McMahon, and his team are ready to guide you in your insurance needs. They have a friendly and informative office staff who take the time to answer questions and explain over and above what you didn't think to ask. When mayhem strikes, you know you'll be taken care of with Shane McMahon and his team, your Washington Courthouse State Farm Insurance representative. So once again, thank you to all of our sponsors tonight. You know, a lot of this could not be possible without you guys. So we deeply appreciate everything you do for our student athletes in our school.
You know, speaking of mayhem, you know, hats off to all those individuals that went out to South Salem and helped out everyone in the community on that storm recovery.
Big shout out to
something wonderful there. So
yes, yeah, that's definitely positive.
Unfortunate situation.
All right, so Stout back under center. He'll hand the ball off.
Update from Fayette County. The Panthers are still holding off the Lions 28-26. Appears to be Panther ball on the Blue Lion 41.
Somewhere in the 4th quarter, it looks like. Yeah, and you know, Mark, as you said, big thanks goes out to all the help at South Salem. You know, we had the tornado kind of rip through parts of that community. I know I had a good buddy that lost a significant portion of his garage out there. So we just want to thank all the volunteers who, you know, took time out of their day when maybe it had nothing to do with them and go help clean up and support their neighbors. So
yeah, that's the greatest thing about living in rural America.
Absolutely,
small town community like this. You know, I said it earlier, but where else would you rather be?
Nowhere. That's why we're here.
Dive up the middle for the Indians. Brings up 4th down. Again, timeout by the Tigers. 3 minutes and 26 seconds left. The clock will stop. Bring up a 4th and about 3.
So that will be a timeout for McClain. I believe that is their 3rd charge timeout, which should be their last for the game.
You know, 3-score ball game, 3 minutes, 26 seconds left. You know, it takes some big plays that don't take too much time off the clock, but I believe the Tigers are down to only 1 timeout. So that, you know, a 4-down series for the Indians, you know, you're going to run 2 to 2.5 minutes off the clock. So you've got to look at that situation. You know, if the Tigers are lucky enough to get the ball back here, maybe get within, you know, 10. But we'll see.
Yeah, we shall.
Incredible play.
Great play by, we thought Cade Sponsel.
Absolutely. Yep. Great effort up the middle by Cade Sponsel, sophomore linebacker there. Unfortunately, the Indians, they were able to get outside and get a 1st down there, move the sticks. So that'll be 1st and goal on about the 7.
And that's really big. You know, unless we have an unforeseen turnover by the Indians, you know, that's really going to eat some clock now off for the Tigers because they have no timeouts left. So 3 minutes left to go in regulation. The Indians up 24-7 on the Tigers in this Rotary Bowl. And Stout will, of course, very wisely let that clock run out. Sorry, one of the Hillsboro football players was dancing there. Kind of caught me off guard.
Once again, drive up the middle by Harrison Grove, number 56.
Yes. And they are.
It appears as though that play that was down here on the sidelines earlier in the 3rd quarter, number 16, Austin Barrett for the Indians, has not made it back onto the field, and then Harrison Grove has kind of taken his place as the fullback or the tailback position there for the Indians.
And he's really done a good job since he came in for Barrett.
He knows north and south.
Yes, he does.
And he's gotten a lot of north for the Indians, that's for sure, in his short time being on the field. Kind of unique number there for the backfield, though, 56.
You don't see that normally.
No.
You don't see that. All right, so we're under 2 minutes left now in regulation. Stout has it under center. Hands it off again to Travis Ross, and he is close to the end zone, but he's just short about a half yard.
Inside the 1 yard line there for the Indians.
That would have been his 2nd score on the night.
About 1:30 left in the game. The Indians looking a little livelier, getting to the line of scrimmage, and maybe.
I think they want to punch this in one more time.
I would say.
Put an exclamation point on their season.
That's a rivalry game for you.
Yep. Yes, it is. So Stout back under center. Let that clock run down. Got to think they'll probably hand it off to Groves here.
Maybe a QB sneak. Let senior quarterback. It is hand off to Groves, and it is.
It is called a touchdown by the refs. So that makes your score 30-7. Hillsboro leading the Tigers with exactly 1 minute left to go in regulation.
You know, as we sit here with a minute left in the game, certainly not what the outcome you wish for the Tigers.
Right.
But hats off again to these kids. You know, resilient, good student athletes, exceptional student athletes. Have not seen any quit in any of these kids yet this evening as they line up. And you could see there, Sponsel gets through the middle and almost blocks that PAT, you know.
And that was a different kicker that time. That was number 81, Nick Turner for Hillsboro, netting that extra point field goal. Mark, can you give us an update on that Fayette County rivalry?
Update currently is 28-26. Courthouse has the ball on their own 41-yard line.
You know how much time is left by chance?
You know, Miami Trace's live stream doesn't seem to be very time friendly.
So gotcha.
Maybe if anybody from Miami Trace sees that out there. Not quite as quality as what the Tigers offer here, so.
Mr. Brad Rowland, we have to thank for that.
Absolutely.
The man behind the ones and the zeros, as we say. All right, so Rigsby comes back in to kick for the Indians with 1 minute left to go in the game. Got to think the Tigers, once they receive it, they may try to get one of these seniors a chance to score before the end of regulation. Good kick there by Rigsby.
Excellent kick.
Puts it right dead in the corner, and that's going to force Penwell to pick it up. Great kick there by Rigsby. Wow.
About the same field position as we did the last time. Grigsby had a kickoff there, about the 18-yard line, 17-yard line.
All right, so the Tigers will take over with 56 seconds left to go in the game.
I'm not going to say that young man doesn't have an opportunity after high school to go kick somewhere. He's got a significant leg on him.
He's got a leg on him. That is a definite bright spot for Hillsboro, and he is only, well, I guess he is a senior, so maybe you might hear his name sometime here soon.
Andrew Potts up the middle for about a 4 to 5 yard gain there. Coach Penwell looking to just push this one through, not necessarily maybe go up here top on the second down play. About 30 seconds remain.
Well, Mark, you've said it multiple times, man, and I absolutely concur with you. You know, there's been no stop in the fighting from our boys. They've battled. You can see it on their jerseys. You know, looking at Landon Eubanks' jersey, you know, it's covered with mud. It's been a good game so far.
It's not what you want to see there.
And yeah, this is not ideal. So some extracurriculars going on here at the end of the action. Again, not what you want to see after a hard-fought battle by either team. It might be one of those things where the refs will assess both sides, see who is at fault, you know, with only 20 seconds left.
You know, the negative side of the last game of the season, making a not-so-intelligent choice is that,
yeah,
you know, if a student athlete were ejected from this situation, they not only have to sit the remainder of this game, which isn't much, 20 seconds, but they have to sit the equivalent of in their next sport.
Yep.
And if their next sport's not till football season, it carries over.
Right.
So, unfortunately, this wouldn't be the first time that ever happened, but the odds are 20 seconds remaining in the game, last game of the season. Danny Oates being the veteran Hall of Fame referee that he is, I would assume that he would tell these coaches that these student athletes who made the negative choices to have the confrontation on the field probably will not be allowed back on the field. He might be taking numbers and documenting that they were rejected from the game.
All right, so the refs are done discussing. They will go ahead and tell both head coaches what's going on here and how it will be assessed. It'll be a personal foul on Hillsboro. And also, I believe, a personal foul on Greenfield. I believe offsetting personal fouls, possibly. Yep, offsetting. So that, again, is an offsetting personal foul
Why
penalty
we have some
on both
downtime
teams.
here. Someone must have heard our commented for us there. About 5 minutes remaining, 28-26 still. Miami Trace with the lead.
So that is going to be a heck of a game. At the conclusion of this game, we encourage you guys to head on over to Miami Trace's live stream, maybe catch the end of that one. Sounds like it's going to be an exciting end.
You may have to message someone there to get the time.
Possibly.
Yeah.
All right. Looks like handoff to Potts. He will be brought down only after 3 or 4 defenders bounce off of him. And that
Bring up a
is quite
third down, first down
There are some flags on the play, though.
Personal foul, face mask on the Tigers. Again, only 9 seconds remaining.
So whatever the whatever happens here, you got to think this is the last play of the game. So that will take the Tigers up to their own 45-yard line. Tigers will either just simply run it out this play or give Braden Wright a chance to chuck it downfield. Spectators would, of course, like to see the chuck downfield, but they're going to let the clock run out instead. So that is your game, ladies and gentlemen. Your 2021 Rotary Bowl. The Hillsboro Indians come out victorious with a final score of 31-7 over the McClain Tigers. Hard-fought game on both sides.
Certainly, 48 minutes there, tough minutes played by the Tigers. Just a couple big plays like we had discussed, early on that they couldn't give up. Did not go their way. A couple penalties, sustained some drives there for the Indians, and then one big pass play, and then the Indians looked to some short yardage run game that really helped them out there at the end too.
Absolutely, both teams showing good sportsmanship at the end of the game here. And the Tigers will, of course, go to the sideline along with the band, Tigerettes, and cheerleaders to sing the McClain alma mater.
Win, lose, or draw, what a great tradition.
Absolutely.
The McClain High School has.
Very happy to have started that and to see the kids enjoy this and honor this opportunity so much at the end of each game, win or lose. All right, so we'll go ahead and turn our attention to the players over there and the alma mater, and we will go ahead and hush up for a couple minutes. So once again, your final this evening at McClain Field, 31-7. The Hillsboro Indians come up victorious against our McClain Tigers.
And so certainly you'd have to think probably the last game for these McClain Tigers.
Yes. We do want to remind you that this is senior night. We want to honor our senior football players, Braden Wright, Landon Eubanks, Trevor Stonerock, Seth Wise, Jace Allison, and Isaac Smith. And I believe that's it. Guys, congratulations on a good year.
Anytime any opportunity I have to speak to student athletes, I always tell them, no matter what the end result of the game is, no matter what the end of the season is, at the end of the day, at the end of the season, at the end of the year, at the end of your career, you need to go home and pat yourself on the back, because there's a lot of students in the school that did not choose to participate in a program like football. This is it's an 11-month-a-year program. It's not just a 3-month, 4-month program. These kids have dedicated themselves. Those coaches have dedicated themselves for quite a length of time. And it's sad to see it end like this, 31-7. But those kids need to know that what they did was great.
Absolutely. And again, we want to thank the coaching staff. We want to thank the band, the Tigerettes, cheerleaders, also the cadet corps. Proudly presenting the colors every single game. home game.
Sergeant does an excellent job with those students.
Absolutely. You know, it takes a lot to go into a football game or basketball here at McClain and really at any school. So we just want to, you know, give those guys their props when we are able.
And absolutely thanks to the Greenfield community for all the support you've given the Tigers this year.
Yes, absolutely. You know, it was an exciting year and in a lot of ways a really good year for the Tigers. We saw a lot of positives, a lot of benefits from the community, from this Tiger football team and Tiger Nation. So once again, we just want to give you a quick game recap. You know, our quick score for the game was on the very first kickoff return, and that was from senior Kanan Griffith from Hillsboro. And he was really kind of the big playmaker for Hillsboro tonight. He netted 2 interceptions along with his touchdown. And
you know, that initial kickoff there
made a lot of good plays.
You know, it kind of set the tone for the entire game. You know, the Tigers weren't able to really respond to that. And unfortunately trailed the entire game, you know, 7-0, 10-0, then 10-7. Just really couldn't come back from the 2-score deficit.
Right.
So, update from Miami Trace, 28-26. Miami Trace has the ball. It appears as though it was fumbled. So, Courthouse recovered the ball on Miami Trace's 45.
Right. And it does look like we'll get one final song.
58 seconds remaining in the game.
All right, yeah. Well, if you would like, you know, you can flip over to Miami Trace's live stream, but we would like to document our McClain band members and Tigerettes one more time as they take the field here for the season. So we will go ahead and hush again here for another few seconds.
Fans, we thank you this evening for your attendance. We hope you enjoyed yourself tonight. Please make sure that as you travel home, that you buckle up and drive home safely.
All right, folks. So for one last time, that was the McClain Band for the 2021 football season. Guys, we thank you for watching. We do want to thank again the administration here at McClain, as well as our Tiger fan base and the student athletes and the community as a whole. We want to thank the Board of Education for giving us this opportunity, as well as our sponsors. Guys, we will be back during basketball season, so be on the lookout for a schedule of live-streamed basketball games for both boys and girls. We will not be doing all of them this year like we pretty much did last year. We'll try to pick and choose games, but we will make sure to bring you some good games hopefully here this winter. Right, Mr. Beal?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right.
Some big basketball games here this winter. And don't forget, if your son or daughter is interested in playing youth basketball, Tybo sign-ups, there'll be updates on the school website, or you can find all the information you need.
TigerYouthBball.com. I know the guy who runs that website.
TigerYouthBball.com. It is not basketball. You'll be signing your kid up for some school in California, and you definitely don't want that. You want to stick them in Southern Ohio. No, but Mr. Luke, thanks for the opportunity this evening to you and Weeks and Hammy and the whole crew and Roland here. What you guys do is very special for these kids, for this community. It doesn't happen everywhere, so my hat's off to you guys. And as the band makes their final little break here, we'll sign off with that one. So
absolutely. Thank you all for watching yet again. For Mr. Mark Beal, I am Nate Luke. Thanks for watching, guys, and go Tigers. We'll catch you on the flip side.
As always, go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Thank you.